good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends on your time and your location that you are watching and you are going to listen after the program. So I welcome you to this program as we are about to kick off today's program. I want you to sincerely like and share the program so other people will join us with the same mindset of what we are doing today, what we're about to do. Today is going to be like very quickly open mic to Biafrans, those who want to join us about the complaint and the news of the world. But before I proceed, I must greet my Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oraveze, from my location. My greetings to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the President of US REDCLARED. To my Prime Minister Simon Ekpa-Njoku, the man that give us the legal rights and put us on the right to achieve Biafra as a country, not to remain as an organization. So I must always appreciate and send my regards and my greetings to Mazi Simon Ekpa-Njoku, man of the moment, man who came with the new dimension, who changes everything that we are doing at this stage. Also, the man that made the world to understand that we are not ignorance of law, or we are not in the ignorance of how Biafra should become a country and what we have to do on a right path, that we make the world to know that the Biafran people deserve to have their self-determination right, where all men are equal in the eyes of the law, where all men are equal in the eyes of the law. That is what Simon Ekpa-Njoku put us on the track of the Geneva Convention, Vienna Convention, 1947 as amended, or a protocol of 1977, Montevideo Convention of 1933, and UN Charter and all the articles that US declared is processing right now. We want to send a direct message to the United Nations. We want to send a message to the European Union that United States of Biafra declared is the only solution to the Christians, to the Nigeria Christians. US declared this Christian country is to serve the Christians inside Nigeria or entire Africa. The same way America today is the one serving all the continents, the Christians in the world, in the Europe, in the Asia also. That is what USB stand for. The loss of this Christian country is reason why you are seeing all the genocide that is going on today. The loss of this Christian country, that is why you are seeing the massacre, the buying that is going on in Nigeria today. So for UN to sit here and complain about this massacre is not the solution to the problem. The solution to this problem is the redeclared of the Christian nation called United States of Biafra, that was redeclared on November 29, 2024. This massacre or this genocide or this spying that we are experiencing today in the hands of Nigeria is why Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu declared Republic of Biafra in fought war between the 1967 to 1970. If this Christian country remains a country from that day till today, all this spying, all the genocide that is making headway in the entire world today could have not been happening. But because of we lost this Christian country, that is why the Christians in Nigeria, in also in Biafra land, are still losing their life today. Because this Christian country could have given them the right of self-determination. This Christian country could have been a safer place for all the Christians where they have backup power, like when Christians today have backup power from America, from United States of America. That could be the easiest way all the Christians in the world, as we are seeing today, could have had their own backup. And this genocide, this what is happening in Nigeria today, this loss of life every blessed day could have never happened for the first time. It could have not happened. But because of the ignorance of the United Nations and the European Union, Commonwealth, and EU, because of their covering blind, because of the oil in this Christian country that they want to take the way they want, is why you are seeing people being massacred, being kidnapped, being beheaded every blessed day. And the United Nations and the UN, so the United Nations and the EU, or European Union and the AU, and all of them turn a blind eyes to sort of them to face the reality that because of this loss of Christian country, the Islamization is what is happening in Nigeria. And what will stop this Islamization of this radical Nigeria government with their agenda is only US declared. The solution to stop the buying because of Islamization, that they want Nigeria to be like Iran, Afghanistan, and Iraq. The Nigeria method is that method how Turkey, Iran, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan becomes a country. These areas was never it was never a Muslim or radical Islamization country, but they persuaded the Christians, they buy the Christians, they chase the indigenous Christians away, humiliate them, torture them, put fear, behead them, is why you are seeing those countries today, and they are co-friends to Nigeria government, proving to them that the only way to do it is by Islamization. And because of they cannot do it in the criteria of the Islamization of a indigenous people that are Christian or the Jewish, is that you will buy them, you will intimidate them, you will put fear inside them for them to succumb by gun and bullet. And that is what is happening in Nigeria, that the world refused to look into. And you must understand that Nigeria is never a one people. You have the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate before the 1914 amalgamation. What you are telling us today is for America to cheering the same law with Afghanistan or with Iran. Can it be possible? I am asking America, can United Nations and all these ladies that are talking today, about the ongoing genocide, about the massacre that is going on in Nigeria, I am asking you, if they ask you to share your country with Islamization, radicalism of these people, can you accept them to be in the same country with them? That is why the what Biafran people are doing right now is the continuity that we want the way we are before the 1914 amalgamation that has causing the life of the indigenous people. Where we are before, there is no war, there is no killing, there is no abduction, there is no genocide until British brought this mess, loss of life to the indigenous people by the amalgamation, handing Nigeria over. Also, British also recognizes Nigeria as one of the Islam country in the world. That is why in Nigeria, about 14 to 15 states has become using Sharia law. Can America has a one country that are using different law in one the same country? Can any of you today? That is why we are calling the world to remind them that we have given the world a solution. United States of Biafra, redeclared November the 20th, 2024, going back to the way we are in the 1884, is the solution before the 1914 amalgamation that has cost life of the indigenous Christians. That is why we are calling the world to pay attention. Those things that they are deceiving you or you are thinking is not the problem. The problem is that they want all of us to become Islam. And because of we say hell no, that is why you are seeing the buying of the indigenous people. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being kidnapped to stop Islam. Because to stop Islam is to the Christian country to have their own country. To stop a Christian country, to stop Islam, to stop the buying in Nigeria, to stop the massacre was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remained in prison till today. And that is also why Simon Ekpanjoko is in prison. That is to find the solution, is why Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and the over 1,500 Biafrans gathered in Helsinki, Latvia, Finland, to use a structured legal part of a government in exile to issue a redeclaration of the lost United of Biafra country. This loss of this Christian country from 1970 down to 2026 is why you are seeing the massacre of these people. Because nobody in Europe will look at how close America is to all of them and strive to narrate this kind of thing that is happening today. That is why a country like Poland is said, we will never welcome any Muslim in our country. For them to have peace, for them to avoid this radical Islamization because they want to take over. And these people also said that Nigeria is their own Allah-given nation. They have already claimed it already. And because they already claimed it and Britain support it, is why they continue massacring, trying to put pressure, fear, intimidation into the indigenous people. How can they put this? They can only put this intimidation and all this to Islamize through gun and bullets and the killing, beheading of the people. That is why you are seeing mass burial every blessed day. It's for other people to surrender and to succumb into Islamization is the reason why. Remember that in the history of Turkey, where they go pilgrimage today, Turkey never, in the first place, Islam country. Iran, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. The same method, America, United Nations, you know how Afghanistan emerged. That is the same method Nigeria is implementing today. Because of from the 1804, from the 1804 to 1904, the agenda is that Nigeria Caliphate said that Nigeria must be on their hand. And that is what's happening today. That is why we are calling UN after your last summit, that you have already understand the attention was needed. That's why we are calling on you that the attention should be rethink. Why is it happening? Ask how we were in 1884, how we are living before the 1960, before the 1914 amalgamation. If there is no history, there is no future. If there is no past, there is no future. The future lies in the past. So the future of these Christians that are being massacred every blessed day lies in the past of the way we are in 1884, the way we are before the 1914 amalgamation. Because of the world refused to pay attention to the way we are before the amalgamation. When you pay attention to that, you find a solution, and the solution has given to the United Nations, European Union, through a government in exile, redeclaration of United States of Biafra as the only solution for every Christian in Nigeria. We are the solution. We are why they will live. So for you to call for summit and discuss about it's nice, but only saying it with mouth is not enough. The action that must be carried is to recognize US really declared this is the only action that will make this killing to stop. This is the only action that will make this spying to stop. This is the action that will make this genocide, what you are complaining, to stop. Coming together and the gathering here to prove that there is this and that and this without granting US recognition is of no use. Because those that are doing that is taking action, while you that are complaining is not taking any action. So it's enough. It's the time to take action. The time we have now is time for action. The action is to recognize US really declared as the only solution to end this ongoing massacre, to end this ongoing genocide, to end what is happening today, so the Christians can have their life to live. It is very important that the world understand this. It's not about politics. It's not about whether climate change, or whatever you call it. That is a pure lie. So we want the world to pay attention. We want the world to listen to us because we have given them the solution. The solution is USB redeclared. It is the only solution to end this ongoing genocide. That is why we are letting the world to know that we have given the world the mandate, the power to end this genocide. So today's program, as I welcome you, please, this is USB Research, formerly known as Biafra TV. So please join us as you join. I want you to want you to share the program. We want to send a message to United Nations and European Union based on their last summit, based on this, their last discussion about Nigeria, that the only mequatarism, that the only hope and the only way this will stop is by recognizing you as declared, because Nigeria is a failed country. That is the only reason why. And we have give you the legal part. We have give you external remedial succession power through a government in exile structure that issued official redeclaration of this lost country. So my brothers and my sisters, Please, if you are hearing the video I'm about to play now, please want to comment yes, because this is our program today, centralized on 3 videos that want to analyze to the world and tell them this is what is happening, that they should look into it. So on that reason, I welcome you to today's program by saying to the world that what's happening in Nigeria today is because of the loss of the Christian country that we have brought back in a legal part of it with pen and paper and all the UN Charter, all the Montevideo Convention, Geneva and United Nations Charter of self-determination. We have done it and we are waiting for the organizers. We are no longer on the level of the ignorance of the law that's made us to be illegal in all that we are doing with them of IPOB, protest organization that you did not require, did not see as the process to give us Biafra as a country. But the process we are looking for has been done on November the 29th, 2024 in Helsinki, that's in Finland. The video is everywhere. The video is a pure evidence. Let us listen. If you are hearing, please let me know. Can you hear this?
Silenzio. Silence. The world is silent.
Can you hear this?
In Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference.
Please, can you
Only
hear
in
me?
2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists. These are not numbers. These are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches
Can you hear the
burned
thank you,
with
Chibuzade.
the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
Grazie.
I hope you listen to that short video, very short. There are with a lot of meaning. You can't wait any longer. If you cannot wait any longer to end it, how can you do that? Is it by sending American troops? Is it by sending United Nations troops? No. The only way is to handle the Christians power to defend themselves by allowing them to have their own nation. When their president and their vices and their military can protect their territory and keep them alive. That is the only way. There is no other way you can do that. And for you to do it, that is why the indigenous people of Biafra have given you all the legal rights you needed for this to happen. We have given you the legal rights. We have made to understand that for you to end this, the only way is to grant the Christian nation, United States of Biafra, recognition and equip us, back us, for us to chase these people away. Also, these people are being sponsored by some European and some Asia country in general. This is what is happening. And you all understand it. Now it has come that you can no longer wait. Go back and check the history of 1884, the way we are before the 1914 amalgamation of this Nigeria, that we are never one people. This by force gun and bullet country has expired in 2014. Because of, if you want to get down to now, it's expired. You can see every criteria when a government can no longer protect the so-called their own citizens. But that is not the problem. The problem is the Islamization agenda. And how do you end this nation agenda? The only way to end it is by handing the indigenous people of the Christian that are being fight every day their own country, so they can use their own military with their own indigenous people to protect their border and their territory and govern themselves. This is only way out. When you have a house that's always a criminal come to steal and run away, you put a gate. You put a security man. You cannot put the security man without having a gate. Because when the security man stands in open place, they can fire him down. So the gate is recognition of Biafra. Now, recognition of USB declared. We now put the security that will protect the indigenous Christians in all over their territory. We want to go back to the way we are in 1884, that the so-called British signed agreement, how we can manage our economy, that how we can manage our greener pasture, how we can manage our resources that they have taken over from us. Because of that, they forced us with the Islamization of Nigeria as a country and allow the Northern Protectorate to have their will and maintain their culture. And their culture is what? Islamization of non-believers according to their law, according to Quran. That they do not like to live with non-believers. And who are those non-believers? They are the ones that are being massacring every blessed day. I want to play the video again.
Silenzio. Silence. The world is silent.
Silent for the life of the Christian that lost every day.
Massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists. These are not numbers. These are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
Grazie.
I hope you are listening and you are also paying close attention. You are listening with your hearts, not just to listen to the program. I hope you are listening. Sometimes you may feel emotion. They just small number they mentioned, 3,000 of the Christians are being massacred in 2025, but you and I know it's beyond that. For that one alone is a highly numbers. And who are these those that are being wiping away? Those that are wiping away is the Christians. To take, thank God that they said that is to take over their territory. Is to take over. They burn down the houses, they burn down the churches. Even people inside the church was being burned down. That is why we want the world to know. So far, it has come to notice, and you cannot wait anymore for these Christians to live in their territory. What do? What we do is to go back to the people of Benue and those Christians area to have their own country, the University of Biafra, the next world power in Africa, to have their territory and protect themselves. And we can also use to protect every African Christian. Protect those in the middle, in the Benue, in the north. Then the people of Yoruba, the Oduduwa nation, can be able to use their own indigenous people to protect their borders so the kidnapping and beheading can stop. This is what is important to do. And this is how you can end this ongoing genocide. This is how you can end this massacre. This is how you can end this agenda of Islamization. Cats and rats can never live inside one house. Cats and rats can never live inside one house. This Islamization agenda and those of their affairs is like cats. They see us as rats. They see the Christians they are being buying every blessed day as rats. We want calling on United Nations, like you said in your summit, that you can't wait any longer. Look into what is the solution. The solution, we, the people of Biafra, that have saw this in 1967, trying to stop it, and all of you was blind and deceived that you could not pay attention to exactly what is going on and how to end this ongoing genocide. And instead of you to try to end it, what you do is to back up and support Islamization that has brought the killings of the indigenous people in a dozen number. So, if you can no longer wait, we have sent you, all of you has used the declared document. This is a Christian nation that will protect every indigenous Christian that lives in that death sentence of the Christians people. We will protect them. We will give them the legal shield. We will protect their life. We will make them to be alive again, go back and take over their territory. On every video has proved that in all this that is happening, when they be able to massacre them, they take over their indigenous land, like you said. But saying it is not enough without action. The action is to ask us to go back to the way we are before, to destroy the amalgamation of the 1940s, allow us to be. And we have proven that, not by IPOB organization. We have proven it by the separate government under external remedial section, which is government in exile, that issue a peaceful redeclaration of a lost country. We have stand on the United Nations Charter, Article 2 in brackets 4. We have also stand on the Montevideo Convention, Article 3 in bracket 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the legal way. We have also stand on the 1947 Geneva Convention Protocol 1 and 2, paragraph 5. These are your laws that give us the right, now that we have proven on a legal part of the United Nations Charter. I thank God that it's from the European Union and the United Nations this program we have today to analyze their videos. With what we are passing through today, the solution in all this you are saying is what we have given to you. That's name that was redeclared, peaceful redeclaration of United States of Biafra is the only solution to end this genocide, to end Islamization, separation, separate the rat from cat, separate the rat from dog, separate the dog from lion. Let everybody live according to their own belief, their own ideology. No country in this world is multi-population country. No. You will first be an indigenous person. And all of you have understand that the amalgamation of Nigeria was not by the indigenous people. It is only the interest of British through their useless, criminal, evil killer Federal Lugard. The man who started by buying indigenous old eastern region, Biafra people, buying the waters of a Kumek warrior and destroying us, is why we are saying that what you are seeing today is why Ojukwu declared Republic of Biafra in 1967, fought for it to 1970, where all of you could have entered and find that this amalgamation is about Islamization of the indigenous Christian. And before then, they have already said that Nigeria is a country being given by with Allah. They can never live with infidel, and the infidel are the Christians that are being buying every blessed day, where they claim that is in their own country, in their own land. We want the world. You can't wait any longer. We want you to do the needful. Listen again, my fellow Biafrans, before we play the second video of the day.
Silenzio
Means
Silence.
silence.
The world is silent.
What is silent?
While in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference.
Dozens of Christians being massacred every week. Dozens of Christians being massacred every week. Why the massacre? The massacre is to put fear to the eyes and the mindset of the indigenous people. This is a criteria of a Sharia. This is a criteria to become an Islamic country. This is how Afghanistan started. This is how Iran, this is how Turkey today become a head where they go for pilgrimage, a Christian country like Iran, like Turkey before. And that the same method is what is happening today. The dozens of these Christians are family members, burn down their houses, kill the parents, the sons, the daughters, wipe away entire lineage. That is why we want now you understand what Chukwuemeka Odumegwu started in what he knew that is about to happen in 1967, that leads to the Biafra genocidal war, where Nigeria committed a war crime that none of you have discussed today. But USB declared we make them to pay this price. Before I play the audio again, I have full house. So please could allow me to rush and greet everybody in the building. I see you, Chibo Zede. You are the first person today. You stand on the protocol hashtag. I am a citizen of University of Biafra. Musafu, I see you. Thank you so much. Quickly, rush one. So here we also see Chibo Zede complete his mission. Nigeria must go out of Biafra land because Biafra was redeclared on 29th November 2024. Thank you. I see my chief admin, Easy Way. Thank you so much for good work on the WhatsApp group. You are a wonderful man. Thank you so much. I also see here, please, Biafran son, hashtag, I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra Nation, USB. The solution to ongoing genocide, the solution to end Islamization of the every indigenous people. Chibo Zede said, the United States of Biafra is only solution to save Christians in Nigeria. Yes. This is what one would understand. That is why I said, separate a dog from lion, because lion must eat the dog. Separate a cat from rat, because the cat must eat the rat. Separate all these lions that are killing the indigenous people and allow the indigenous people to live. I see you, Ahmad. She goes here. Thank you. He said, hashtag, I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra is our nation. The solution to the ongoing genocide that the UN and the European Union have discovered of recent. Something we have discovered. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain in dungeon. That is why Nigeria sentenced him. That is why Nigeria sentenced through Finland, sentenced Obatobi Simon. The dozens of differences of the killings is why Simon is fighting to liberate the people and end the genocide. But what happened? Finland colluded. Finland become another British in this 21st century that colluded with Nigeria to sentence the Prime Minister Simon Epanjok in Finland, refusing that this Alexander Stubb, who is a racist president, said that self-determination is not for a black man. But he's supporting Ukraine because Ukraine is white. This pre-made to hand. You have 10 fingers, we have. You have 2 eyes, we have. You have your teeth and your mouth, 2 legs and straight, and how you step is how we step. You wear shoe, we wear shoe. You wear gown, or women wear gown. We are the same human. Why discrimination is why the genocide people allow it from the 1967 before the amalgamation of 1914. There was a genocide of the security of the military of the Odisha region. The words of the warriors, in our language, they are military. Then, British wiped them away before they can be able to do the amalgamation in 1914. Amaji, hashtag Nigeria must go, Biafra is a nation. Dominic, you are welcome. Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you. Chibos Dede, Nigeria is failed country. The country terrorists kidnap soldiers. You see? That is it. I see you, Faith. Faith also said, hashtag, I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra, redeclared on November 29, 2024 by Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB, hashtag Nigeria must go because USB is a nation, sovereign nation. Thank you, thank you. That is a wonderful one. He said, yes, this one, I see you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your answering to clear. You are hearing me. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We move. Yes. Yes. Ndubisi minus sect. Hashtag I am a citizen of Biafra. Hashtag I am a United States of Biafra citizen. Thank you. Ndubisi also said thank you for that. Thank you. Safe Ifeoma. And here I have you, Chibo Zede again. Hashtag United of Biafra USB to the world to recognize USBG as the solution. That is what is there. It's true. Ogonaya, thank you so much. Hashtag I am a citizen of United States of Biafra USB. Hashtag Nigeria must go. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Billion Van said, greetings to you, Mazishino, and my USBG family. All hail Biafra. Good evening from New Delhi, India. Yeah, thank you, my Odogu. Thank you. I see Odogu Enugu, one of the grandfather, one of the founding father who signed that University of Biafra should be a Christian nation that will serve every Christians in Nigeria and the entire world. Oh, I see my senior comrade, Mazedos. My greetings from here to you. You are welcome to the program. He said, hashtag, I am a citizen of United States of Biafra. Thank you. Juliet is also here. Thank you. Sende Wo Odegwonu also said, welcome Biafra to Biafra TV Onye Ezioku. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mazedos. He's greeting, welcoming you. Greetings, Madishino. Greetings, great Biafrans. Ife. Thank you so much. You know him very well. You know Biafran TV. So go there, also subscribe. Go there. Onyango, say my brother, he said, hashtag, I am a citizen of University of Biafra. Thank you so much for that. We are going through comments and the Biafra does, my senior comrade. These also those who encourage me to be in social media today. I thank you for encouraging me, and also thank you for standing to build the page to this stage where we are as of now. Thank you. I thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for that. So this is Nigeria must go out of United States of Biafra because Biafra is a nation now. Yes, so yes, thank you for that. Honorable Chus, I greet you. My senior man, thank you so much for being here. I respect you. I remove my cap for you, and I salute you for all you do for you every declared. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. He said, God bless United States of Biafra government. Yes, so Ogonaya once again also said here, hashtag, I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra, USB, the solution to stop the killings of indigenous Christians in Nigeria. Hashtag Nigeria must go. Let the world hear. United Nations, we are sending message. I see my brother testimony. Thank you so much. Okay, Chuku, I see you. I see you. Nigeria must go. You also said here, finally, greetings, everyone. Here, Biafran Exodus, my senior comrade, still in the building. Great respect, Odogu Omuife, Odogu Omu Eluwa. Thank you so much. That is a nice. So, we go with the video without wasting time. I just want to encourage and bring everybody. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you too. Yes, thank you so much, Maz Exodus, in a special way for the encouragement of me to open YouTube to talk to Biafrans. And I thank God that you are here also today. I must anchor your respect fully. I see you, Ben Shinaka. Thank you for Ben. You should remember us today. Thank you for being here. I greet all of you. I greet all of you. We go to the video. We have 3 videos. After we will put our mic today. It's going like open mic also, like open mic. So when you come, what you want to put depends on the video I am playing. Today is just an open mic program. Even as of now, I am ready to put the link so we can be able to analyze it clearly. Please, when you enter into the program, do not open your video. If you open, I will knock you out, because enemies are trying to destroy our page, but we'll never allow them. We'll never allow them. And we will not, because they refuse to serve Biafran people to their test. That is the link. In case if you want to join because of your time, if you contribute, if you want to leave, you can leave. But if you have an intention here, your name is Sorio. So listen to the video as we are moving.
Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists.
Who killed them? By Islamists is killing both in Biafra land. Are you hearing it? Who killed them? Islamization. The Islamists. Is this Simon? But no. Finland, look at those that are being sponsoring the killing and the ongoing genocide happening in Biafra land. It's not by the Biafran people. They are the one that masterminded the killings of the indigenous people, not we. We are not killing anybody. Simon is only trying to protect the indigenous people. The Christians that are being massacred. Maznan the Kennedy is why he was being imprisoned. That is the reason why I'm going to sentence him. Try to expose the Islamist agenda, the Islamization. That is why. Like I said, I will play the video, then welcome Odogwonugu. Please permit me.
These are entire families that have been exterminated.
Can you hear the video?
Villages to the ground.
Is it coming out?
Churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community.
Finland, I hope you are hearing those that are terrorizing the old Eastern region, the Biafran territory. Finland, I hope you are hearing Alistair Stubb. I hope you are hearing those that are terrorizing, that are doing incitement of indigenous people. The Finland government must attach to this video for them to listen. It's not Simon Epanjok, rather, he is trying to protect them. And the only thing you can do is to arrest him, to silence his voice, Alistair Stubb, because you want oil money.
Humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
Grazie.
Yes, you can no longer wait. That is the part that when I watch the video, you can no longer wait. You can no longer wait to the massacre and the buying of indigenous people, of the Christians. You can no longer wait for this to happen. So far, you can no longer wait. The only remedy is to recognize US REDCLARED, so we can have that power to protect, govern ourselves. That's why I say every house has a gate. When you have a gate, have a gate man. USB is the gate. USB is the gate. The government is the security to secure the life of the people. Although, when we please, you are welcome to the program. Please have the mic as we proceed.
No, Chino, I am here to support and let everybody come in who can come in. Let everybody share and create a fear on Nigeria because of this important revolution. Continue. I don't have anything to talk. I want to listen to you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So, after you, as we are watching the video, then you will understand why this genocide must end. It's only through US REDCLARED. That is why we are calling to the entire world, as I'm saying for the last time. That's why we are calling the world to do what?
Silence. The world is silent.
Answer us
while
this
in
time.
Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred.
Finland, can you hear it? That dozens of people have been massacred. They will not sign on
Only in
paper.
2025,
And you know those that have been sponsoring it. It's the same people that you are associating yourself with.
These are entire families that have been exterminated.
Okay.
Villages razed to the ground. Churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community.
That is Islamization.
This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing
the
Christians.
silent from when? From 1967. From 1967 to 2020 is how many years of the silence of the world? And now that we have gotten it right, I think it's also why the world said they can no longer be able to keep silent. They need to do something. For you to do something, the only way is the separation, disintegration of Nigeria. Anybody who wants us on Nigeria is free. For us, the people of Biafra that started this movement, that have what we have already observed and see from 1967 is what you are here today seeing. Don't you think that the world needs to rush organize USD quickly to end genocide, to end the killing, to end the massacre, to end the buying? That is the only way that this can stop. That is the only way the solution. That is the only way is when you said you can't keep silent. There is no way. The only way you are silent, you can't keep it and become real, is to disintegration of this death sentence called One Nigeria to every indigenous people who is a pure Christian. So that is why we are asking the world to quickly do what? Recognize US be declared as the only solution to end this impunity that is going on today. It's only US declared can stop this ongoing genocide. The world should know that this is what they have to do at this stage. Without doing this, whatever you think that you want to do has no relevance. That is why we are calling on every Christian country in the world to do what? To recognize US be declared as the solution to end this impunity. Hello, Mazi. Hello?
Your man is Chino.
Hey, and we fell. I found you primary. I come on that remove honestly because of your name. Thank you. I can hear the voice clearly. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have the mic.
Thank you so much. This is Biafra Exodus TV. This is
Yes,
my my real main page there. You know, on my real
okay.
main page there. You test. I want the email and you my main page. So
Okay.
I greet you, Mazi Chino. Greet you. Thank you so much for a wonderful job. And I greet you, Dogumeloa in the building.
Yes,
Great you,
so
great respect, great respect, great respect. I had my opportunity this evening that I know around we meet a program and the topic that in handled very, very interesting and very, 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 very imperative now. So come back come to go because so before then I want to greet the lovers of freedom all over the world. In our comment section, I greet each and every one of you. And I wish you all the best. I wish you love. I wish you peace. I wish you divine protection, divine preservation. And God will continue to fight all our battle. You have to go. And I want to use the opportunity to thank my special leader, Mazin and Carlo, the one that is in the forefront on our behalf, that refused to bow down, to Fulani Sokoto Caliphate, that refused to take bribe, and that refused to sabotage the movement himself. So Mazina Nikal, wherever you are right now, we so much respect you so much and all what you have done, your sacrifices for us. God will continue to preserve him and to protect him and to he's gonna come out. We believe God strongly. Not to go opportunity and our Prime Minister, Samuel Nekba, the same thing that is happening in the life of Mazina Nikalo, the same thing, the same faith. So Brian Ekbenelushi, our leader Mazina Nikalo, the same prayer render to our Prime Minister. Understand? So not forgetting our Deputy Prime Minister Totongozo Rabeze, which is doing a very, very great, marvelous job for we Biafrans. I want you to use it at the end of the day to redeclare Biafra for us. And today we are speaking because of her. All hope was not lost. He restored back that hope and put the Biafra map put Biafra on the world map again. And nobody's going to take it away from us. Our declaration has been redeclared. USB is here to stay. So we are now on the world map. Our ID cards are coming out and people are receiving their ID card. Understand? So if you have never have the opportunity to register your ID card, please try and do that as soon as possible. If you only want the money, try and save the money and get your ID card. We are now a nation. We are now a nation. We are no more a group. Ayahurosi group. We are no more IPOB as a group. We are no more IPOB as an organization. We are now indigenous people of Biafra as a nation being redeclared. So it's been expected to each and every one of us to begin to live by it, act by it, and behave like it. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you because you are now a nation. So you watch our brother Chino, Mazi Chino, which is doing a very, very great job trying to do a lot of researches, name expose some certain informations for us to see the things the way it's supposed to be. And the in the open, you have the right to go and Google it and verify by yourself. So if you watch all those independent medias, our Miss, Mazi Kai, Mazi Chino, Sedos TV, the rest of them, Mazi Ata Simon Eba, and the rest of them, Mazi Rose, and the rest of them. These are the channels open Ezioku. These are the channels able unaga receive all the word of truth. These are the channels that watches position and now what the way things actually is. So now for me to go straight to the point based on the topic of today, understand? Based on the topic of today, if you lie on this European Union, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy that the European Union, they are talking about the Christian genocide in Nigeria. They are talking about it. America is talking about it. UN, they are talking about it. They are now talking about it honestly now on the international stage. But the angle on 3G were not now. The bias that na one osisi onye nụrụ na a na-egbu ya that osisi ahụ wee kwụrụ na nwana mama voice ma na-apụtakwa ọfụma because etiga mgbu here. I hope I'm
Loud
coming
and
out
clear.
of
Your
okay.
voice is like water. Loud and clear.
Okay, thank God. Okay. Ndị bias that no osisi nụrụ na a na-egbu ya osisi ahụ wee kwụrụ. We Biafrans, I know Biafrans, I went to wine in the midst of people that so much hated us. I hated and poor anyasi. The kind of asị akpọrọ anyị the thing na-akpọ okokoroko. Emetara m na-ajụ Chineke na nwanne Chineke na ka ihe anyị mere ndị a na-ajụ wee kpọọ anyị this so much asị efe akpọrọ anyị. This is beyond Christian genocide. Yeah, if I know Christian genocide. This is beyond Christian genocide. Christian genocide, if I use is an understatement. Along the Christians are all Biafrans, who the Christians are, if I know here. The hatred, I'm on in the midst of Kiri, both internationally. Manda and preach, Fernanda and European Union and preach. I'm talking about Christian genocide in Nigeria, the world they are killing Christian. It only get one half for Ganania. Afqua in Anya. Afropa in Anya. Here will camouflage. Here will camouflage. Ebukwana Ghana. You need to look beyond what is going on the international stage and begin to look inward how we are going to solve this problem. Just a minute, can put you down and my neck on the making. We need to look beyond what is going on in the international stage and look beyond and look inward how we are going to solve this internal problem. Our government is doing a very, very great job. I give our government, USB government, a very, very good credit because you know why? Because after our declaration, our government is going for international recognition, of which I may believe Chineke, of which I when hope, but I believe when Chineke na home. And we are waiting for one of these international community. Ofu ha recognize the line. Ebe mecha recognize America by Chino Kezi country and first country and recognize America after their declaration. That African country recognize them. Morocco. Ebe America world power today now. You're one of the first country recognized now Morocco or Africa. Then secondly, you're France recognize a world power today. If not Biafra finance zona now, one of these countries got recognized and it's gonna come, it's gonna happen very, very soon. Never is number who call neighbor on a give very, very soon. But while we are still waiting for that international recognition now on very, very soon, it is our duty, anyone with the citizens of the United States of Biafra, to make sure that now I support through this USB government thing. I drain the welfare. Supporting it by praying for this USB. Then in when go, they support all USB government, the billionaires and the millionaires of our time. Here we're the time of this is no more the time of sentiment. Here we're the time of sentiment because only ajo and ajo where Nigeria ajo. They don't even want to include us in their leadership. Am I including the economy? Am I including the parastatus? Or wherever I include? And Hana Aneku Kaneku get the reason of that hatred. Umune no mona. Oko because of Unyeti Nanya Nyo. Yoti no Pura Lanye. Kochineke Biafra no in the center of the world. Biafra na Chukuna created in the center of the world. Eba ka Unyeni Neno Neligwe Neloa. Kotiria. Okay, we hatred down. Then I know how the human beings are homo Biafra. We are fearfully and we are wonderfully made by God. I had him like other species. I am with the jealousy, I am with the hatred. And conclude, since I had them maybe no what. We are in this world, but we are not of we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Chineke na kere anyị ke anyị no yia. Anya na behave ka otu ndị ọzọ si behave. We are wonderful people. We are peaceable people. We are fair people. We believe in justice. We believe in equity, and we believe in the well-being of everybody. We believe in the way we achọ that canteen achọ I think I got wipe out. Now what are we going to do? While we are waiting for that international recognition now, support this government by praying and stand by it. Barando see me also. Only for now support to USB. Only the enemy of your free. Only your enemy of your freedom. Bruna Nobi. Then thirdly, umune no mona. If you find a book with Christian genocide every day Christian genocide. One, if you don't guide your community, gaga our community gina. If you don't call your community, say men, youth, when you blaga kutina, come be a bushy, come boy or yani name and any name on more yage. Would all go mage, would a catapult, would okute, to one then a community. Chase them away and rage our ancestral land. They are man take out to ancestral land. They are in ancestral land. Nara our ancestral land, which must not call our leader told us. All the very, very imperative and very, very important and protected our community while we are waiting for the international recognition. The third one. Then the fourth one, I give Bruya Nobi. If I go international recognition now, Nigerians are busy trying to lure people again into one Nigeria. Trying to use P2B, trying to use Punk Pasua, trying to use Nigerians, lay into one Nigeria by trying to telling you go and get your PVC. No PVC got in the Fulani. PVC can never chase a well in the Boko Haram na Nigeria. Amube PVC ahamo. Buhari cannot do it. None of them cannot do it. And all PVC na get you. Here I get you in the Fulani, we're going international recognition of Biafra, international recognition of USB government. The day international, any day recognize in the Fulani boss on the whole Nigeria. 3 days, about 4. But while we are still waiting for that, quickly go now, defend your community. Only TC, Ebeya. I am the only way to stop this Christian genocide. Don't go and vote. There is nothing like Nigerian election in our land. I can't go. Then conclusion. The last one, umune no muna. Anything obla Nigerian police or anything obla Nigerian army, anything obla Nigerian navy, anything obla Nigerian parastatus. Zoo, you watch on our program of our brother. We also hashtag. I'm a citizen of Nigeria. I'm a citizen of USB. Hashtag. Nigeria must leave our land. Hashtag. Zoo must leave our land. Their police, their army, their navy. When you any member of your community arrest. Do you know the reason why? Remind them that USB has been redeclared. Now we are now running our own nation. They are in our land illegally. As you come arrest on your phone, we shouldn't ban who kiri. On your blaga go whistle. Imana ni ngora whistle na community gi. Gana ga go whistle. Eme hala unebuwe whistle ara. On the tia confusion. Now that is one of the greatest weapon ejato ndiro in our land. So without wasting time, I believe these few points are not can be a drop or Konobla Buria Nobi. I love you all. May God bless us
Thank you
all.
so much. Thank you
Mazitima,
so
I
much.
my mind.
Thank you so much for joining me this wonderful afternoon as we are moving. What we are doing now, the message they give to us is what we are explaining to them and telling them now that they say that they cannot wait any longer, that we have already given you the solution based on this United Nations and European Union law of only through a government in exile that issued a peaceful redeclaration is the only way you can achieve this. And we have met every criteria. One, the permanent population, that Islamization that you have understand trying to wipe away. We also have our governments that are capable to govern us. Our government that is not the one that is bringing the terrorists that never want Islamization like Poland. The Islamization that we are seeing today is being sponsored by the Nigerian government. If anybody in Nigeria or in Biafra land is voting anything, you are voting the continuation of Islamization. That is what the PVC of Nigeria means. The PVC card of Nigeria vote is vote for Islamization of Nigeria. You are using your hand to vote for Islamization. the only one that they killed, because in the law of Sharia, for you to be a member of the Sharia or Muslim country, is that you must the population or by the Christians, the indigenous people, chase them away. That is how proving that you have the highest population. That is why you are seeing the dozens of the Christians being fined every day. That is why. So I will want you, the world, like you said, we want to help you. We have tried from 1967 to start this help, but you refuse. And I am happy to say that you can no longer turn off blind eyes or play a deaf ear on it again. Solution, US declared. Recognition is the only way. On that note, I want to welcome SOLUTION.WHAT. Daddy, you are welcome. Please have the mic.
Yeah, my brother, good morning from my, good day from my side. Well done.
You're welcome. Yes.
Today on is, it's always exceptional every day anyway, but with this, what they're saying here today is an eye-opener. I want to use this medium to send message across to people in homeland and those who are rejecting United States of Biafra government. Number one, this recognition, like I asked my cannot, America never recognized anybody in the whole world. And remember, Donald Trump have a Nigerian that is marrying her daughter. You know that already. The Lebanese and Nigerian man, American, that is in charge of Donald Trump's this in Africa. His son is marrying Donald Trump's daughter. And the guy is also a Nigerian by birth, by citizen. So we are not expecting them. But what we are talking is that our recognition will come. And according to what our brother said, it will come when people get home how this will happen. And I want to use this medium, as I always said, to talk to people in homeland. I think anybody can make IPOB more HDO anybody right now can new IPOB, new DO one they are enemy of Mazen Nandi Khan. I have said this here before. Ohamadike do not constitute any DOS. I am being honest with you. Nandi Khan Biafra. Our people are offer any offer.
Any 5 states. Any 5 states.
Yes. He said it openly. He said it even in Jubril Hakanotaya. Onye patra debunk oya. Ogwara Jubril say ya no potasi ya onwube no potasi ofufude. Osi na ya drop of Biafra. O challenge he openly okure cancel na ya me ya drop of Biafra. How comes the declare Biafra 29th of November 2024 by Dr. Ngozi Orabeze? It celebrates tradition all over the world. And Katagwana assignment is the new IPOB. Then you cannot that guy, you got to know.
Let him go and find work to do. On what I call what's not Biafra
because I'm meto gato. Orubed and when didn't go really speak for Biafra or better he close. Or when what it takes. So that's why I'm passing this message to people in homeland. No anybody that is not supporting USB, my brother, only against release of Mohammed according here. What is the IPOB one ethnic coloration? I've said it countless times. All of us who are indigenous, Nyland, here we're indigenous people. When they speak English, you can't even hear it. Everybody, when we're in Australia, and we're in the UK, and we're the indigenous, the owners of the land. Before those are migrate or the owner, when they wouldn't even Australian aborigines. Even America, the Red Indians, how would the real America weapon honey was all the real people who are American, all how we America go. And when indigenous people say, "Man, the mother put their name happy obi." Our organization, people should just go and do that. But anybody get more USB declared. If you are not in USB, if you are not supporting USB, if you are not encouraging Dr. Ngozi Arabeze and her entire cabinet, you better go and look for something else to do, because nobody will revise it. Nobody, even I want to challenge Ogen Kere. They can go ahead and redeclare Biafra. Imam Madhabu, go ahead and declare your own with a certificate. How many now? Autopilot.
Ugo 247. Ugo 247.
PUC. Redeclare Biafra. Autopilot. Redeclare Biafra. 100 men. Redeclare. I have said the Abraham Obato Bienime prison, but that about I could 100 men. Abraham as this things in they make sense. Or if they're looking for money, nobody will give them money. Here game create on a government, Nigerian government will buy over them. Begin to pay them. That's what they're doing now. He create organization. Nigerian government will only are making waves. The same thing they did to DOS. So they will buy over, you will buy. That the Radio Biafra have been bought by Nigerian government. This is pure truth. But when they come and they can see the kind of thing they talk, the kind of thing they do, I was in line with Radio Biafra. They have all deviated. They were all paid. So I'm sending this message to people in homeland not to embrace anything called new IPOB. They should never embrace it. But when we now form military, that man who could go now got form the cancer unity now garbage.
Oh, one day us na USB. I started from USB. Us na USB aside.
Who is that person?
Don't worry his name. The government will soon approve, make it open to everybody.
Okay, so that is it. Now they are all lies. I know Europe here. And with my friends, I not have prison. Onye no na prison ga ya bido sigi nwanne ga letre nwunye m. O wi nwe ihe gi wegere he prison awụ ihe na apụta taa na echi. So mother gazie gi lete Nnamdi Kanu who have refused top government officials from visiting him. You want the opportunity to get down. When you begin to lie to the people, you want to start making your own money. This is what is happening. You guys there, but get on your own. And when you begin to grow it, Nigerian government will buy over it and begin to fund you. That is what is happening. Look at that a Reverend Father someone in America, onye Enugu State. Because actually back to Nigeria. But that or one year no here gbasara Biafra. Ọ bụrụ na onye a na-ekwu okwu Biafra, maybe anaghị kpọla ya. You wouldn't have taken him, want to take him home. I when Reverend Father Nigeria Bia here in Ireland. There are many. In now go have Biafra, honey fish baka. In now go have Biafra. Honey fish. Look at what Shigabu now, just like that. All the king how Joe Fika say a musician, you on this one. I'm sure maybe when I want you Jesus in your knees. When it down I can open that. See how bongo. Yeah, be makwa. The same bongo na fight the I say Lamana yajo. So my brother, I want to also use this medium to also tell people in Europe. I want to speak because a lot of people now watching. I want to speak to people in Europe. I don't know what you people are waiting. Uno now no come together. You people should not be seen come together as something. They come together and then you cool. Or will look Hana Toronto no embrace USB. People are very sensitive. I'm telling you, Muhammadi Kekuriye. Now Biafra, I got work on people brain, people mentality.
Yes. Add the only habitation of brain.
I am telling you, when they go there, has come together. How many you mean? I
Cool.
got Finland, or Bato the whole group, they don't understand what that means. They don't know. Now US the way ban no couldn't give until importer. Nnamdi Kanu agaghị anọrọ dị onye nyere life the people na-agada na-ejizi aha ya. The same thing ka emere the time ọ nọ na Kuje. What is all this? Mmadụ nọ prison akpụrụ alive. Would they not allow him? Ihe atụ na aka akpụrụ na-aga tụnye ya one island na Zambia. That is what they are looking for.
And
Because
they don't know that all this is to danger his life, his case more than more.
Of course.
You are endangering him whenever you are coming to say the leader in peace has formed a new group. You are that simply means what makes them to arrest him to stop so he continuously doing it is another charge.
Yes.
People cannot use common sense.
Ana happen mmadụ na prison because of good behavior. Ota ka ha ga-emegide ihe na until now. God forbid. He buru ya na buga across Zambia. Ebe na ọ gaghị adịzi reachable. What is wrong with our people? If create a group, give woman Nnamdi Kanu. Onye ka so na-create military. Give woman Nnamdi Kanu. What any was Nnamdi Kanu na ihe na-create. Somebody not confined in one place. What is all this? Eh? And people are listening to these people. I don't know. Every day put here, it boils my heart that ndị be anyị amaghị ihe will sign. Inye sign, ha na water, both physically, both spiritually. When you speak, ha amaghị the language. People got one battle here. They understand nothing. They know nothing. Ha ga hụ Nnamdi Kanu ọ gwa ha okwu they nwe ihe ọbụla ha na water because onye nọ n'ime ndị ji gịnị wu ndị ji enu ndị ohi ọkpụrụ ụgwọ n'ime ndị ị na-agazi ịpụtazi gị Nnamdi Kanu sị gị let us come together.
Emegom program about Nelson Mandela.
Now what is all this?
Nelson Mandela nike ha na-ekwu na once ejisara apụta onye ji na-epụta wee sị na Nelson Mandela has stop or sit at home ha emeghị increase or wee sị ha stop ikwu okwu na NFI regime mgbe ahụ ha ga-eme increase na ọ bụrụ na okwu
coded ha na ha aghọta
no they don't decode it.
Coded. Nnamdi Kanu say for protest. Nnamdi Kanu say coded word. Someone say recognize him in goes all those garbage hand. Ihe ndị a coded. People na amaham.
Dadio, can I chip in something?
Which people
yes, Dadio, can I chip in something?
Chip in nwa Chineke, chip in iwe ji maka chip in.
They will that you agree to you. I agree to you especially. Big respect. I feel you. And the whole world is listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though now move for the nine blow you hot. Move for the we do blow hot based on the attitude of some of our people.
Yeah.
Which is they are not getting the code.
Yeah.
And not getting the sign.
At all.
So that this message goes to you and goes to some of our people. Ima onwe an about agent or provocateur.
Provocateur.
Chino ma de Chino kewa ima ndara about agent provocateur karabo again.
Provocateur. Yeah, I know them.
Provocateur. So that you are talking about agent of provocateur.
Yeah.
Now get this point now.
Yeah.
Freedom is not meant for everybody.
Exactly.
Freedom is not meant for everybody.
Exactly.
And igane ekele Chineke na anyị nwa na-ekele Chukwu na Chukwu na anyị chọrọ freedom. Anyị chọrọ freedom.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyị chọrọ freedom. That is the reason why Jine notice na reason. That is the reason why Jine no times na reason. That is the reason why Mazi Chino na reason. Modogo Enugu, our cabinet members, I'm the same kind of reasoning. The way our leader Maznan Kalu's reason is the way we are reasoning because Maznan Kalu chọrọ freedom.
Yeah.
Imandeba is not the call the posa.
Or the call the
Goro. I'm telling you. So on a way based on
let me chip something in from here because it's something that came into my mind. You remember this word that those who first started the movement of Biafra was not called to restore Biafra. That is all wrong people. When you knock a ogele first time, the wrong people will first come outside. Those who will come at last are those that was being chosen by the message, not those that choose the message because of they will benefit their gains from the message. So
No, that
anybody called IPOB is those that are wrong people that have entered the movement, those that are very ignorant of how Biafra should be a country, only how their empty stomach will be reached, and how they may continue it as their private business after them, their children. That is where we are.
That one day. Now, so that in a very simplest form, in a very, very commonest way, never gets way what of ma. And that how to highlight this revelation like it now. Ishiaga na wazige. Yotago, Ishiaga wazige again. That is onyo blan no gano na lane ya. I know na lane I know because we wanted freedom. I of freedom. And that's why we are reasoning the way we are reasoning. We are not confused, we are not distracted, we are not perturbed. I'm talking my point. When that freedom out, they believe in the vision. I believe on the dream. I believe on the vision. Believe on the dream. Then how with a good intention in the freedom and they are getting the good result, irrespective of the challenges of based on them as now mantis will come. I get good mantis now. I got cross here because he believe in the vision, he believe in the dream, and the intention go the pure.
Yeah.
And I hear separate trege nanda in what is she now?
Yeah.
And I want to put it in this way, in another this way. One in the book of Exodus, in the movement of the people from the land of slavery to the land of the promised land. Moses were na Egypt. Get aware.
Yes, I'm aware. Yes.
Israel so Moses we when they turn Egypt if they aware when they turn there.
Yeah.
See no way behind Ghana ha come man prefer in attack kukumba na Egypt and than Israel. Moses ga weba ha ma ebe ha ga. You take my point.
Yeah.
Hanona that Egypt then the take one that in the movement of that Exodus ụmụkwa ndị wu ndị Egypt mgbe Moses na akụ the campaign na ụmụ ndị ga-awa awa na ana ga-ewa onwe ndị na-believe na the government of Egypt ọkwa Jesus so Moses wee wa ịdị aware.
Yes. You're
So
right.
I been at this Biafra movement here. Onwe ndị wu Biafrans nọ na na-ekwu USB redeclare. They don't believe in USB redeclared. And you're not going to force them to believe in it. Aga na ebe a na ndị na-awụrọ Biafrans ndị Hausa ahụ citizen of the United States of Biafran government. Whereas ndị wu Biafrans ahụzi ndị Fulani.
You are right. You're right. Yeah.
So we are not forcing anybody to come and believe in USB declared. And can you imagine na USB are declared? Are you aware USB is declared? Osigi yes. That's okay, good. Osigi no dre aware no there. Get koro nyaho. Get koro the person now. Chowakwe he na cho. Because if you focus on their mediocrity, hanaragi your sanity, hanaragi sanity down. Nanagi sanity I na around here na hanaragi ya. And once hanaragi your sanity, I got this is genuine.
Yeah,
got this. Go on with Oluchiwa God. He can cause you on. He cause you on the internet.
Tofiakwa.
Before you let me get a cosica, okay, kere. Okay, come and ka vam. And the cannot be a portion of that particular
we go 247. We go 419.
Because they go 247. Well, I need my mic. I hope you get the point now.
I got the point, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's give Mwada in the midst of us. Adobe, please have the mic. Before we go to second video we have here also. So go to the mic. Have the mic.
Yes, I greet everyone. I'm not in case my voice be low or high.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. One opportunity I can my brother Mazi read Biafra TV Chino. Nam ekenenam asem ebe ano ehihie ọma. Ekene mu Mazi Odogwu Enugu. Nasi Odogwu Enugu. Mompomeri Ijo. Ekenenam gi.
Odogwu worldwide.
ana m eji ohere a na-ekene Maazị Honorable Udo
Chawa molo mio. Chawa molo mio.
Kapa, our daddy, daddy
Olusegun
Olusegun God.
God. Yes.
Yes, sometimes that's the original fire. Because original fire means a lot, mean lot to our Igbo speaking. Nna m ekene m gị. Ana m eji ohere a na-ekene nwanne m nwoke bụ Maazị Udoka. Everybody know him as Exodus.
Ekele
And
mo no.
I greet everyone in the comment section, all Biafrans. I greet everyone, even those that is not Biafrans, those that are listening, and those that saw the topic and say, let me branch and see the topic of the day. I greet everyone. And enwere m opportunity na-ekene nna m nwanne m nwoke bụ Maazị Odogwu Okwute ndị Igbo, Maazị Nnamdi Okukanu. Nna m ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma, jisie ike. Eji m ohere a na-ekele nwa gị nwoke agba PM bụ ọbata obie. Nna m ekele m gị. Eji m ohere a na-ekele nwaada ka ada Dr. Ngozi Olabueze and the cabinet. I greet everyone. I greet all the mothers, all the fathers in our Biafra land. I still greet all the governors. Yes, the topic our brother is speaking. I'm so much happy for the topic. See, I want to use the opportunity that is given unto me or to me, anywhere you can put it. Why I'm using the little grammar I know, so that you guys, you Caucasians, you Europeans, you every nation can hear. I thank God and I thank the opportunity of Europeans, the whole world, to gather and speak against the genocide, the Christian genocide in Nigeria. Who is the Christians? Is the Biafra people. Biafrans, we are not a Muslim. We are Christians. We are three. We have our what is it called? You people knows it. When you people came, you people saw us and our fathers worshiping our God. And our God was significant in our names, Chi and Chukwokikabiam. Yes. And Christians and Jewish. Never in history that we Biafrans, all Biafrans, 40 states of Biafrans, we are no Muslims. I'm not here to offend anyone, but we are the Christians. 99, 100% we are Christians. We are not mixed like Oduduwa people. Oduduwa people mix. We are not mixed. So the whole world know the genocide against us, but they keep mute, they keep quiet because of oil and gas, because of coal, because of timber. Europeans don't have any timber, we have, but when you go to any European houses, you will see all their furnitures. The timbers coming from where? From our region. We have a lot of resources. You guys are stealing. And you guys keep moved because it's a woman right. Caucasians have, you guys have two types of human rights. The good one is for the Europeans and all Caucasians. The bad one is for Africans and it's for Biafrans. The bad one is leave them, let them die. Let them perish so that we will keep making them. Even our own human resources, you people are there. Because what I said, you people are making us in a way that you people don't want us to survive. I live in UK. Yes, you see that our people, our mothers, our fathers, so they're keeping sowing their land property, and borrowing money from the bank to send their children to England, UK, to come and do masters. The money come from where it come from our land. We are taking our resources.
Network.
Human resources. And you don't have any right for the human right. You see, the truth that hidden among the black or ethnic of Africans are revealing. And we are known now that no matter how you people assemble and do the seminar and say about the genocide, I know you people cannot do nothing because we deserve to die. European Union, let me ask you people something. Animals have a right to live. Yeah, no, it's not good. Yeah, sorry. Animal has the right to live. The human don't have the right to live in Biafra land. Yes, no one can kill a cat, even pigeon. When you dare kill any animal, you go to prison straight. But we are not human and we are not animal. Even a tree has a right in UK. Yes, I don't know. Tree has a right for every European Union, all over Caucasian, all over. Because you cannot just take a machete to go and be killing all the whole trees in the trees. You got arrested. I don't know the category of I don't know the grammar, how to put it. Africa
Network. Network.
are not free. Europeans, please, I want you people to ask this question. I want you people to answer this question from the Biafrans. I want you people to answer the question that you people tagging it as a Biafra war. After Biafra war, you guys said no vanquish, pick that grammar and tie it and had it under you people's pillow so that we will not see, we will not go there and bring out and untie it and our belly water. I don't know because we are not human. Yes, the others are not human. We are not animal. We are not trees. Yes, these three things that you dare not touch. You dare don't go there. Even their bushes, you dare not go there with a cutlass or with you people knows it. You dare not go there. When you are going there to take to receive a nature, just only your bag, water, and a tissue paper in case if you are sweating. But in our own land, in our own country that God gives to everyone what that suits them. For God, how many years we are suffering? We are not enjoying our resources. We are not enjoying anything in our land. Even our own sand. You people are taking our own sand. Everything that God Kabiyama used to bless us, you people is in charge. I agree. I tell to God Kabiyama that this one is coming out from you people's mouth. That yes, you people knows when you people are keeping quiet, and we cannot keep quiet anymore. Why do you arrest our president, Nnamdi Okuchukwu? Why? Is he a terrorist? No. It's because of the humiliation, the killing, the denial, everything that Nigeria are denying us with British. I'm here in Britain. Come arrest me. Send your police to come and attack me and arrest me. Yes. That's why our president, Nnamdi Kanu, said enough is enough. It gives them time then to do everything right. Where the oil is coming from, where you people are taking that oil, there's no hospital. You call that, yes, it's the Niger Delta has oil. Okay, let me ask you, as you people are calling for Port or the rest, but you cannot change our history. There is no drinking water. There is nothing in that land. The children are suffering. The mothers, their fathers, they are suffering. Every one of them are suffering. The people that hold the land, hold their resources. Because this 40 states of Biafra has, we have oil and gas. But you people use the pipe and channel it, to one place. That's why before our brothers will say, because of our oil, Igbo people are making us to be one. Come on, who said that? Who said so? And Norma has that oil. Everybody, all the land blessed with honey. But you people are taking it. That's why you people learn pipe from Warri State. Do you know Warri in Biafra land? Channel it to this Niger and the Burkina Faso because of disagreement, because of
Now they
because of
are
all
in
these
Morocco.
greed, and disagreement. They lock and they shut it down and say no, you cannot let it open anymore. You people did another agreement to Morocco. Are you not people satisfied? Are you not people satisfied? This is a greediness. This is a wickedness from you guys. This is intimidation. We Biafran are saying never again. Never again. Never. No more with you and Nigerians. Ask these stupid Nigerians, ask the government, all the whole money that they are borrowing all over the world, are they using it in our land? No. No. There's no airport, international airport. You cannot fly any part of the world to land in our country. No. But you people know that we, Biafra, are the central. But Nigeria use the geography with the Caucasians cut us off. You'll be inside the flight, you'll be seeing your own Imo State, you'll be seeing Anambra State, you'll be seeing all the 40 states of Biafra, the plane will land you to Lagos or Abuja. Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? There's no seaport. All the seaport they have in Lagos is the seaport full. Nigeria government will link the seaport in Benin Republic. Who is fooling who? Who is the business people? It's we Biafrans. Who make Nigeria to be Nigeria when, that time that we are together, we said Nigeria is one. Those days, not now, because we have our independence. It's we making it to happen. But everything denied, everything, every damn thing. There's no good university in our land. The university that we have, they are making it to be useless. Nothing. No people can see Rome, Italy. No people testify. The three boys came from where? From Biafra land, from Igbo land, from Biafra land. They're intelligent. All over the world, they carry gold, silver. Can't you see? No people knows. But Nigeria deny everything. In the team of their football, it's we dominate. It's we that make everything to happen. Europeans. That's why we are angry. We are angry. I'm angry. Me. I'm angry. I will use my last blood to fight, to see that my people live fine, to see that my mothers will not die again, to see that pregnant woman or pregnant woman will not die again, to see that not going to be raped anymore. Because in your country, there's no rape. If there is, you know how to treat it. To see enough is enough. Enough is enough. Why you people holding our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpan? Europeans know that Simon Ekpan is not a terrorist. Simon Ekpan used his life to starve, finish Finland people for how many good years? It's not a terrorist. Because of the problem of Nigeria, made the parents of Simon Ekpan dead. Simon Ekpan is orphan. Nigeria killed Simon Ekpan's mother. Yes, I say so. Ask me why. Invite me BBC. I will tell people why. Yes, Nigeria killed my mother. Yes. Invite me BBC. I will tell you why. I say so. Nigeria make us to remember our past. If you see many of Biafran,
I think network. Okay.
you think that we are happy? We are not happy. Enough is enough. My brothers and sisters, Europeans, enough is enough. People should leave us to go. Recognize us. I'm not included. Recognize us to go. We merit it. People recognize us to go. Enough is enough. And I use this opportunity. Chino, please, just allow me to use this opportunity. I'm using this opportunity to tell my brothers and sisters, all the Biafrans, onye ọbụla na-aga, onye ọbụla nwafọ fụ odogwu n'anya na-aga Finland, Simon Ekpan, zuru ya ticket. Don't call anybody. I, Ngozi Chukwuka, I said it. Yes, I have my reason. Don't call any number. Anyị bi n'Europe, anyị maka Europe sawọkụ. Ọkwa ha bi posta. Ọkwa ihe address in the poster. You know? Anyị bi n'Europe. You have your Google map. Put the address on your Google map. You know? Google map will take you where you're going. Don't call any idiot. Don't call anybody. Don't ever call anybody. Other United, that useless, faithless man said that Simon Ekpan. Obu Simon Ekpan gwa si ya gwa ndị ga-abịa na nye nwa bụ Simon Ekpan ga-esere eti ndị ga-abata na court. Simon Ekpan never said that. He never said that. Akpọrọ onye ọbụla. Any number, any number, anybody that is calling to you to call before you go there for protest, never you call that number. Unless you are coward, will make you to call that number. No, enough is enough. I am more photo. Okwifu nke anyị nọ kịta, onye sị ka anyị gaa na pọtọpọtọ, anyị aga na pọtọpọtọ. All those people that are working against our prime minister. Gịnị ka ha na-ekwu ihe nke a? Gịnị ka ha na-ekwu ihe nke a? Ọ bụrụ na ndị ji ha akwụkwọ ọ n'ịma ihe. How many years ka ị nọgụ n'obodo oyibo? Mmadụ ga-eji wee bịa sị gị that because of ịbịa na protest. Protest, you see, protest in a two-way. Other nigga for the street environment or nigga na the court. Just go to take your black card. He's a good guy. Someone in that court gate, then we are going to call faceless people, those that organizing to make sure that you see, these days I'm not afraid of any bugger. And even at Biafra land, if you see me face to face, you put them on name. I'm not too short, I'm not too tall, but in the way in the way. But you can't do me okay. Because of the days, when I'm ready for good school, it's our mother. Oh, European Union, you people should do the needful. Because even England, they wrote it and they signed it that when we leave and we cannot cope with Nigeria in 100 years, you know, we have the right to go. Is there? And the 100 years, we have expired 2014. Why are you people holding us? Why are you people holding us? Why Caucasians are holding us? Why Europeans are holding us? Why America are holding us? Why the whole world are holding us? People should leave us to go. Biafra niile kweta n'ihe anyị na-eme kweta na USB and also ebon anọ m n'ọrụ ebon we move, no surrender. I am a Mike.
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you for that wonderful one. Thank you so much. The only thing I want Biafrans to know is that I am whether it has expired in 2014 or not, that is not my case anymore. My case is that if any European country who wants to continue should invite and give Fulani part of their land, welcome them in their own country. If you know that you cannot live with them, there is no need asking us to stay with them, because dog and lion can never live in the same house. Rat and cat can never live in the same house. The only economy it openly, the way Poland is where we are. That's where Poland said they can never give them their country or even to enter. We only said what we want is that we want to go back to the way we are before. The way we are before, there is no genocide. Ojukwu see the genocide of today and raise his voice and issued Declaration of Biafra in 1967 and fight for it 3 years until evil British sponsored Nigeria with multiple dangerous weapons to eliminate the indigenous and buy our people. We can never live with them. We are not one people. So based on that, we will play the second video. Please permit me to do that.
Thank you, Chair, Commissioner, dear colleagues. The horrific attacks in Kavel village, where innocent Christians, including their pastor, were brutally killed, is yet another tragic reminder of the escalating violence against Christians communities in Nigeria. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. Nigeria has become one of the most dangerous places in the world to be a Christian. Across the country, Christian communities face repeated attacks by Faluni militants, Boko Haram, and other organized groups. Violence is part of a broader and deeply worrying pattern of persecution. EU must therefore strongly condemn these attacks and press on the Nigerian government to step up its fight against the armed militant groups responsible for this violence. I call on the Commission to give an urgent attention to the worrying situation of Christians in Nigeria and all persecuted religious communities in Nigeria. We had a very fruitful discussion this morning with the newly appointed EU Special Envoy on Religious Freedom, Mairead McGuinness, and I look forward to working with her to help Christian and other religious groups to facing persecution. Thank you very much.
Honestly, I did not get your name, but madam, I want to tell you one thing, that you're on a wrong path on that your mission. That is why I got interest on this particular video. Your impact and your movement, your mission is on a wrong one. Nigeria cannot come up in anything. Nigeria can never. There is no, whatever you are being seen or you are mentioned as what is the problem is not the problem. The problem is Islamization agenda. What happened to Afghanistan? What happened to Turkey? What happened to Iran? What happened to Syria is repeating. That is how they take over. We are not one people. The Christians that are dying today is pure evidence that you, I don't know your country, madam, from your own country, can you live with these people? Why can't you call these people that are this is the national agenda for them to give them one part of your state and accommodate them if they will stop the killing and they will stop what they are doing today? The issue of Nigeria is clean of the Christian is to put fear into the people's life, is to force them to accept Islam, because Islam is a forced Muslim. You must force people to join. You must force people. And in the criteria to become an Islam, you must buy the indigenous people. There is nothing like that way you are putting. It's not that way it is. The only solution to what is going on started from before the 1967 till today is to end the genocide, is to end Nigeria. If you don't want to end Nigeria, recognizing the indigenous people to have their own country, that is where US declared United States of Biafra, that was declared November the 29th, 2024, is the only solution how to end this ongoing genocide. There is no other way around. So if you are sitting in this parliament and you cannot be able to understand what is happening, I quote and I ask you to go and check the history of 1884, the way we are. before the 1914 amalgamation, madam. We are not one people. Stop your racist address. Look at your age, and you cannot reason. You white man, you white lady said that the future lies in the past. What we are seeing today is the loss of the Christian country, Christian nation. Biafra Republic in 1967 to 1970, that if this nation was all of you organize this country as part of your own, the stupidity of a white man is that they do not support their own people. Once the color is color black, according to you. Your summit, for me, does not make any sense. Do you know what I take from what you said? You acknowledge there is ongoing genocide. There is no military, there is whatever you call it is not what it is. It's all about genocide. It's all about Islamization. The radical Islamization is what is going on. The Usman and Fodio ideology is going on. That is why we, the Biafran people, finally, on the second time, has agreed through our self-referendum vote, over 50 million votes, that what we want is our own country. What we want is what? Our own country. We outright separate ourselves from this radical Islamization of one Nigeria that started in 1804. We are no longer listening to any of you, but what we are telling you is that we have given you the best solution, the best option to end this ongoing genocide. We have given you the option for the indigenous people to protect themselves. What do you think that Nigeria come up with? What they will come up with that they want has been already registered that Nigeria is one of the Islamic countries in the world. Can't you check and see that is why what is happening is happening? And the only why this has never been done is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu via Simon Ekpa to our Diblo Kongozo Arabeze. That is one thing that I want you to understand. Coming to this parliament and present that Nigeria should come up and rise up. Can a failed country rise up with a failed human beings? Is it how you govern your own country? Is it why you are here? Instead of you to support your fellow Christian country, to give them the right to protect every Christian, and you are here calling on Nigeria because you have a bright mind. Your summit, the only words that I want you to understand here, the part of the killings of the Christians, and they are killing to put fear into them to accept Islam, because of the Islamization, and we say no to that.
Thank you, Chair, Commissioner, dear colleagues. The horrific attacks in Kabel village, where innocent Christians, including their pastor, were brutally killed, is yet another tragic reminder of the escalating violence against Christians communities in Nigeria. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. Nigeria has become one of the most dangerous places in the world to be a Christian. Across the country, Christian communities face repeated...
Why is the most dangerous place for the Christians to live? Is because of the agenda of Islamization. Why is a very dangerous place to live at this 2026? Is because of the want to accomplish in their agenda of to Islamize everybody. And we say no to that. It's because of our no. It's because of what we declared is why the Islamization has never really happened. Simon Ekpa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the instruments that stop this Islamization. That is why they put two of them behind the bars. So whatever you are saying, whatever you want to do, without remembering that we have given you the option, that we are the solution, we are the best option to end it. Can you give them any part of your state to live? Can you? If you cannot, that is why we can never live with them. We are not one people. No country in this world is multiple ethnic country. No country. What makes a country multi-ethnic country under law is when you invited other countries to come and work and live in your country, that is how. But when it's going to every country have indigenous people. The Christian genocide is happening on the indigenous people so that the Islamization can carry on. That is why you are seeing the massacre. That is why what is going on in Nigeria, to put fear, like the way Turkey put fear into the Christians, they all succumb. Like the way Iran put fear into the Christians, they all succumb. So you are coming here with your age and you cannot observe what is going on. It's useless as Nigeria government. They are going to rise up. To do what? There is no militant. Nothing like that. It's about genocide. It's about trying to kill the indigenous people. It's enough.
Acts by Faluni militants, Boko Haram.
There is no militants. It's the agenda of Islamization is what is going on. The agenda of what Islamization is what is carrying on. That is why they are massacring people, beheading people, arresting people, kidnapping people, forceful disappearance of people of Biafra also because of what? We say no to Islam. That is the reason why you are seeing this massacre. If everybody agreed to obey Sharia law and use Islam, there will be no killing. It's once you say no. So the indigenous people that are the Christians that they are dying, they are indigenous people. The agenda is to take the lands of the indigenous people. They have agreed far back 20, 15 years ago that Nigeria was being given them by Allah. If that's a name Nigeria was being given them by Allah, that is why the name United States of Biafra was being given us by our own God, our own shit to live in our own country. We can be able to protect ourselves.
Other organized groups. Violence is part of a broader and deeply worrying pattern.
There is no violence. The violence is Islamization violence. The violence is to make every indigenous people accept Sharia. That is what you must understand.
Of persecution.
Please
EU must
hit the like button
strongly condemn
if
these
you are watching the
attacks
program,
and press
please, and
on the
also
Nigerian government
touch
to
the
step
emoji
up
love,
its
please,
fight
because
against
we
the armed
have
militant
molecule
groups
attack.
responsible for this violence. I call on the Commission to give an urgent attention to the worrying situation of Christians in Nigeria.
The urgent attention is what US Declared has given to you. US Declared have proved to you the solution to end this ongoing genocide. That is why we have issued official declaration to make sure that we end jihadists and Islamization. And you are not paying attention to that. You think it's just a child's play. If there is nothing like Islamization, you will see this level of killing today. And the only way Islamization can hold is when you slaughter the indigenous people, when you put them in fear, when you make them to look down, to surrender. And the people of Biafra, through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, we have said no to Islamization. That is why they are being buying us. That is why the government is being held on, forceful removal of our people. We have brought this to your notice. Listing the future lies in the past. is the word from you. So we want to go back to the way we are before. If you continue advocating for one Nigeria, you are advocating for killings, buying of indigenous people. If you are voting for Nigeria, anybody to be a president, you are voting for Islamization to carry on. So stop your madness of PVC. Cannot change anything because they have already structured who will govern them and how they will under their Sharia law. Once you are not coming, you are infidel. Infidel can never rule a Sharia state. Any Christian that did not, anybody who did not believe in Islamization, you are what? Infidel in a criteria Nigeria have already adopted. 13 to 14 states in the north are totally using Sharia law. It's from one state to another state. That is how they are doing it, by massacring. When they massacre, they conquer, they occupy the territory. Madam, go and check if you want to do any work. The only work you will do is disintegration. Those who said we don't want Nigeria, allow them to go to live on their own. I ask you, madam, in your country, can you allow this Islamization to happen?
All persecuted religious communities in Nigeria. We had a very fruitful discussion this morning.
Any fruitful discussion of yesterday or the day before yesterday without organizing USB, that this is only way that we can solve this problem, you are making no headway at all. You are supporting the Islam. If you are still believing that name Nigeria is supposed to be a country, you are supporting the Islamization of the indigenous people. You are supporting the buying of the indigenous people. You are supporting the genocide. Only way to end genocide is disintegration. That is why Simon Eber is feeling and hold him. That is why Nigeria kidnapped Mazen and the Kano, to make sure that they carry on the Islamization. And we said no through our peaceful self-referendum. Over 50 million Biafrans voted that what they want is Biafra as a country. Well, that wasn't enough. We gathered in Helsinki, Latvia, Finland, November 29, 2024, to do what? To redeclare our lost country, to be on a legal part of it. You are a mother. The only way to save these children is to give Biafra as a country, so we can be able to use our hand to protect our border and the citizens. Without that, all of you still remain on the ignorance of the killing and why people are dying in Nigeria. And why people are being pied, why the Christians are being pied every blessed day. They want to take over the territory of all the indigenous people that are these Christians that are being buried every day. Dozens of them every day, madam.
The newly appointed EU Special Envoy on Religious Freedom, Mary McGuinness, and I look forward to working with her to help.
If you want to work with USB declared, you are following the Congozo Rabeze to give you solution. And the solution already give you, to give you a legal backup. We already give you a legal backup how Biafra should be a country. That this is only how we can end this. This is only what will stop it. But if the name of Nigeria continue, the name simply means Islamization. In Nigeria, currency never allowed Igbo man to rule. They are infidel.
Christian and other religious groups to facing persecution. Thank you very much.
The only way the persecution will stop is when you accepted that the problem is Nigeria must end as a country. I want you to listen to your sister who understand what is going on in Nigeria and who know that the only action to take is to end this thing called one Nigeria. So, madam, listen to this video. This is the answer I want to give to you. This video is the pure answer of what is happening. Listen, madam. One minute, my people. I hope you can hear the video.
Silenzio.
Can you hear me?
Silence. The world is silent. While in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians
Please,
killed
can you hear the
by
video?
Islamists.
Okay, thank you.
These are not numbers. These are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
That is the answer to that, madam. Look at your fellow sister and a young, vibrant lady who wonder what is going on. That is why we are asking the world to end. Nigeria can be a country. We didn't say no to destroy Nigeria. What we ask is that we don't want to, this by force, gun and bullet country called Nigeria through federal legal. We don't want it anymore. We want to go back to the way we are before the 1914 amalgamation. We want to live the way we are living. When British by they make warrior, the militaries and the police of the old Eastern region, Republic of Biafra, before the amalgamation of 1914. The life we are living then is far better. There is no massacre. There is no genocide. What is happening today is not happening then. That is why we decide to go back to the way we are before the 1914 amalgamation. That is why we end the genocide. And that is why we have given you the easy way, the legal way, the power through our US declared in Helsinki, Latin, Finland. This is the solution and the end of the ongoing genocide of the Christians that are being massacred every day. There is no other way. There is no other way. It's the way we are saying it, and to end it up, to stop the massacre, to stop the killing. In the summit, your sister is right. Why you are wrong? You are wrong on what you believe and how this genocide will stop. There is no way this genocide will stop except this way that we, the Biafran people, have accepted to end this ongoing genocide that is happening today. There is nothing anywhere at all. There is no way out again. The way out is recognize US be redeclared. Once you recognize this Christian country, this ongoing genocide will end. That is why we are reminding all of you, your sister, you are a vibrant lady like you, understand how to end, and if you end it now, better for all of you. Because we, as people of Biafra, we have moved on. We have moved on with our country. Nobody will stop us, and nobody can do anything. Whether they recognize us or not, we are moving forward. Madam, please listen to this again from your sister before we move on.
Silenzio.
Silence. The world is silent. While in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists. These are not numbers. These are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
That is a vibrant. That is what we need to hear. And after you cannot keep silent, you want to do something without accepting the document of the usually declared is in your office. Without accepting usually declared, you are so keeping silent, and the people will continue to be buying every blessed day because of what you understand is about Islamophobia, Islamization of the indigenous people. The only way you can help us is through what? You can only help us by granting recognition to usually declared. If once recognize us, 3 days, Fulanis will run away from those territory they are being buying the indigenous people. Only recognition alone, only that name of Biafra, they are afraid of it. Once official recognition comes from any of you, from any African country, one, the Fulanis will run away because they know what we can do. What we are seeing in the Burkina Faso could be a child's play, how we will chase them away. Because we are more superior, more qualified to their madness. We will end it. So if you mean what you said, organizing USB, the recognition of University of Biafra is the only way. Only this recognition solves this problem once and for all. The future lies in the past. The past is what we are asking, where there is no genocide. Until British decide to bring this genocide of the people by creating a Nigeria as their company. We did not ask them to stop holding their country called Nigeria, their business company. But what we ask that we as indigenous people will not be paying price of this company called Nigeria, that are being governed by British and Osman Danfodio and the Islamization agenda. British was first to recognize that Nigeria is another Islamic country. British has it in their document. Because that is only way they can be able to be making the indigenous people and be taking what belongs to the indigenous people. Mommy Doreen, Mommy Ojuga, I greet you from here. Bartolome, I greet you from here. Thank you so much. I greet all of you. Billion Van, I greet you. Mazi, thank you so much. Those who are here, I greet all of you as we proceed into the program. What we are doing today is to let them know that, yes, we are following all your summits. We are following. We want you to do what you're supposed to do. There is no other way around. The massacre, the killings that you are seeing is because of what? Is because of the amalgamation of the 1914 by force country. Simply means that Islam is also by force, so that you must accept it. How could this be by force? How do we want to accept this by force country? And we say no to that. We want a country where indigenous people can protect the entire border, where the indigenous people will be in charge, where they can be able to protect their citizens, state to state, county to county, because we know ourselves. That is how we end it, and also prove that this country is for the indigenous people. Only the indigenous people, not by any other way around. So we are calling to the world to pay attention, to listen to us. We want you to know that what we are doing is what? How to end genocide. So we are calling people are not involved. To pay attention, to listen to us. We want you to know that what we are doing is what? How to end genocide. We are calling people are not involved. The way you want to say something, the mic is on. Oh, do you want to say something? So,
Hello,
yeah.
hello, Chino.
Yo, do go on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you if you can see the whole country's flag around the parliament. Can you identify Nigeria flag there?
There is no Nigeria flag. There is no Nigeria flag. Because this is the country they know that it is very dangerous to a Christian. Them, they're also in danger if there is Nigeria flag here. And the Poland has made it openly. Why we don't have to give this paper?
Why there is no Nigeria flag in the parliament of the European Union? Biafra.
Because the
why they not place Nigeria flag in the European Union? You see, that's why I always like to allow our researcher to bring out everything that he need or that he have before we can intervene. Because this time around, Biafrans, is not about how I think, how I feel, or who you like, or even who you follow. It is about the law in this 21st century, which United States of Biafra have met every criteria. It doesn't depend if you are angry, or if you are blowing hot, or if you are having a controversial. The fact our researcher is putting here is that it is not about genocide. It is not about killing. That's what he wants this European Union to know. It is about Islamification or Islamization. That's what the European Union need to know. And I want to thank all Biafrans for what you are doing by sharing, by writing, and even commenting that make this message to reach European Union. But there's one more thing I want to ask and beg Biafrans. Help to share more of this, because after this, it is going to go to the United Nations. After European Union, they are going to go to the United Nations. Biafrans, do you know who the United Nations or Nigeria placed in front of United Nations? It is that Fulani woman. That Fulani woman is the second of United Nations Secretary General, deputy of Antonio Guterres, is a woman, a Fulani woman, and her job is to stop any document, any comment, any recognition of Biafra from United Nations. European Union cannot recognize us. The people that will recognize us is United Nations, United Nations. And Nigeria knew many years ago and prevented it by placing the highest authority that will stop it. In the International Criminal Court, there's a Fulani somebody ahead. In the ICJ also, there's a Fulani. So, anywhere you people are placing your paper, they are there to subdue it. So I want to thank Biafrans and please beg you to continue to, if you have not shared any program from our brother Ray Biafran TV, share this one. Share it very, very well. I recommend you, Biafrans, share it and write comment on it so that it will get to them. These women are beating about the bush. And I want to say it. I will not apologize because it happened in the past. Nigerians are not committing genocide against Christians. They are committing genocide against civilians. So let them remove these Christians. If they are killing Christians, I want to say, let them go and kill somebody like Adeboyo. Let them go and kill somebody like Chris Oyokohime. Let them go and kill somebody like Suleiman Johnson. That is when they will know they are killing Christians. And the reason why nobody can attack me is that in the Bible, when they want to kill Christians, who did they kill? Who did they look for? They look for Stephen. They look for Jesus Christ. They look for Saul, who converted to Saul. They look for Matthew. They look for John the Baptist. That is when they know they kill Christians. And God started answering the prayers of Christians. So if they want to kill Christians, let them kill Apostle Suleiman. I call for the killing of Suleiman.
Sorry, because
I call
of
for the
YouTube
killing
guideline.
of
Because of YouTube guideline. Because of YouTube guideline.
who is that bishop in the
Odogu, YouTube guideline, please. Because our page is always under attack this time, please.
The other one, Boba. All those
Odogu, maintain YouTube guideline. Odogu, YouTube guideline, please. YouTube guideline.
In the ancestral land. You go.
Odogu, maintain YouTube guideline. I know you can hear me. Odogu, can you hear me?
Christians is
Odogu, can you hear
me? Kumuyi. I call for the king of
Odogu,
Kumuyi.
can you hear
They
me?
are the
Odogu,
Christians.
can you hear me? Odogu?
I call for Adeboyo. I call for remind me.
Odogu, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Odogu?
Yes,
Please, I said maintain the word because of YouTube guideline, because my page is under monitoring of 3 months again. Please maintain YouTube guideline for calling those words. The YouTube will strike me, and I am under trial after the last fundraise. What happened? We are under trial. Please maintain the word. Code, put the word on code, please. I hope you understand me. Odo, do you understand me? Can you hear me, Odogu?
I can't hear you again, but I know you are hearing me. So
you need to go out and come in. Let me remove you first. Go out, come in again. Odogu, please maintain YouTube guideline. Well, if you come back, maintain YouTube guideline, please. Those calling for YouTube will strike me. Every independent media team there. You know what happened on last fundraising? We are under trial of 3 months. So if even uttering some words is also not allowed, please.
Silenzio. Silence. The world is silent.
The world is silent over the massacre of the indigenous people. The word is what? Silent over the massacre. Silence means silent, that the world has been silent. And she, is it said here, she understands what we are passing through. She knows that it's all about Islamization. In this summit from the United Nations and the European Union, her word is so special. She understands Islamization is what we are passing through. That is why the killing is happening. I know why I'm repeating the video. I only want you to like the program, share, so the world can also see it, and you know that we understand why US declared is the only solution. US is the only solution. That is why on my S handle, even on my TikTok, I have made a series of comments and posted all this video. So please try and do everything humanly possible to let the world to share the program so they can hear our voice. The solution to end the Islamization of Nigeria, or the indigenous people, that before the Christian, we are indigenous people. They should stop quotes and romancing the world. Nobody is a Christian from the mother womb. You are first an indigenous people, and they understand that these people is doing this for them to massacre to take over the territory of indigenous people. She made it openly. Listen to her once again. Although, please, if you come back, I want you, the word is why I removed from the stage, because our page is under serious monitoring from YouTube. Please, so if you come back, the word of calling for killing should be, you know the language we use, code 1. Please don't use that word again because of problem. Please. So you can have the mic.
Yes, none understood. That's why I'm sorry for that. That's why I don't like to. Yeah, that's why I don't like to talk, because I had our brother SOLUTION.WHAT and Oyezuku Biafra Exodus. They are very, very angry, but they are more civil than me. They manage their word.
Yes.
They brew hot, and you see yet they are civil. So, but I am indisciplined. I'm indisciplined in how I use my word. I pronounce the word that is not supposed, and that's why sometimes they shoot even my network. So I am very sorry. I'm very sorry for that.
It's okay. Go
But
on. Go on.
They need to know. They need to know that what United States of Biafra is fighting for is not stop the genocide or the buying of Christians. There's nothing like buying of Christians. United States of Biafra is stopping the Islamification or Islamization. So this woman that talk now is supporting that Islamization or Islamification. As you said, or you ask her, can she, or in their country where she come from, can she allow the Fulanis that are controlling or that are committing this genocide, she said, can she allow them to live with them? Can she, in her own country, and start to say, the people that are buying you, you say you have to talk to them. How are you going to talk to them? So the agenda is the Uthman, not Usman, Uthman dan Fodio. That is what they are following. Uthman dan Fodio agenda is Islamification or Islamization. And they use this by to create fear in the indigenous people. So if they decide, or if they are buying Christians, let them start to buy somebody like Adebayo. But I don't know if I speak if they are understanding it. Chino, are they understanding by?
They do not understand, but that is what we use. We have understand it on our, that is the easiest word to use. So we can also have our page.
My brother, how can they know about what you are talking? How painful it is to you?
Only that way I'm explaining to them that the solution is this and that. They understand it. Forget about it. They understand.
Okay. So in the Bible, when they start to deal with Christians in the Bible, they started dealing with the apostles of Jesus, or even before Jesus, or yes, after Jesus. Saul, who converted to Paul, he started dealing with Christians, the top pastors, bishops. That is when Jesus told him, you are dealing with me. The people you are dealing with is not ordinary people, but you after my own life. That's why example I give. If they want to do that, let them do as Paul did. Let them start to deal with Adeboyo, Olukoye. Remind me all those people that are saying they are GOs. Remind me their names. Johnson.
I don't even
Pastor
know
Johnson.
anything concerning Nigeria. I don't even know their names because they're all.
What of that one of Dynamis? Anenche. Let them start to take those ones down. I call for Fulani to take those ones down, then we know that you are committing genocide against Christians. Not going inside the village and commit genocide against civilians. So this woman tell her that I said they are committing genocide against civilians, not Christians. Not Christians. And if she wants them to leave, let she recognize the declaration of Biafra. Just 3 days. 3 days we Biafrans gave them. They will leave. Even before that 2 days, any day they announce, that day they will leave. They will leave. They will vacate. Fulani is their land, is their country. Let them go to Fulani. Fulani is their country. Nigeria is a company of British, and they are doing everything to protect their company because they don't want Biafra to come and destroy their company. But let them take their company, Nigeria, and go, no problem, and let us have our own country, which is Biafra. And this Biafra, we have been redeclared, and we are united, not be like before. Not like before. We are no more a Republic of Biafra. We are United States of Biafra. So, in this whole scenario, in this whole things, Biafra, their agenda or their motive is to Islamize Biafra or Islamize Nigeria. The agenda is Islamification. Islamification. Let us Google what is Islamization and Islamification. As I've said, there is no single Nigeria flag in the European Union, while you have other flags, including Africa. African flag is in the European Union. I think I can cite one. But where is Nigeria, the giant of African nonsense? And the PVC, I don't know, our researcher, if I'm right. PVC to me means please vote Islamization. PVC.
That is what it means. That is it.
Please vote Islamification. PVC. P is people or public. V is vote. I is Islamification, Islamization. PVC. If not, you tell me the meaning of PVC in full meaning. In full meaning. This is what my own explanation or how I understand it. So, as our brother Oyezuku Biafra Exodus have suggested or have said, thirdly, Biafrans, everybody should go and protect yourself, search your bushes, form vigilante in your land. Don't
If
wait
you are
for
forming vigilante, don't form it with the Nigerian government because that means
exactly.
you are against Biafra.
Exactly. Biafra, I'm saying Biafrans, I'm not saying Nigeria. Biafrans, go and protect your land. Onye ọbụla na-agbachi ofu ya, ịgbachiri ụzọ a na-ajọrọ ụzọ a na-azọrọ nzọ adịchi echi okwe otu esi ka esi kwuo echi nọ.
Yes.
Ụzọ owere a na-agbara mgbe adịchi echi. Ọ bụrụ unu agbara owere unu mgba, you cannot stop them. Nobody, because ndị anyị na-achọ ka ha stop bụ ndị na-emebi ife. So that is the thirdly. Then the fourth one bụ onwe ihe dịka Nigeria election in Biafra land. That's the end.
You are voting for Islamization if you are voting
You
for
are voting
Nigeria.
you are voting for Islamization. PVC. If you get PVC, you are getting Islam. You are getting Islam. And Islam is deadly. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, for what you are doing, supporting this channel. Please, if you are in any channel, I don't care to know in any channel you are. Be it Channel TV, be it Sunrise, be it any channel, even in United States of Biafra, you are not hearing the solution to the genocide committing or the declaration of Biafra as the solution. Get away from there, no matter who he be. No matter who he be. If Chino today start supporting the IPOB, DOS, all this and talking about it, bringing it to our, that is nonsense. That is not what we hear. We want to hear what our government is doing. What this United States of Biafran government, Dr. Ngozo Rebeze, that I cried on the podium in my front. She cried with tears. I saw it. Tears. I mean tears. Tears of agony. Can you tell me why she was crying? She's taking a step that she's not supposed to take. She doesn't want it. But somebody that wants to take that post, mounted on the same podium, while Dr. Ngozo Rebeze cried to deliver, to give me freedom, and started rejoicing and even singing, because that was what she wanted. She doesn't want Biafra to come. But the person that is taking the challenge, the person that is taking the bull by the horn in my presence, was crying that this is not where I'm supposed to be. Simon Ekpa is supposed to be on this podium to declare the independence of the United States of Biafra. That was meant to be. That was meant to be on that day. Just like Jesus Christ, when Jesus entered into the cross, or when he was hanged on the cross, he cried. And the Bible made me to know that the tear that coming down from Jesus Christ is like a tick of blood. Do you know that they gave Dr. Ngozo Rebeze almost 2 handkerchiefs before he could be able to wipe away the tears? Biafrans, I am a witness. To wipe that tear, it was very thick. It was very, very thick. That is tears of agony. That today, that tears bring me salvation. That tears gave me freedom. And they want me to undermine it. Are you mad? No, I want to ask, are you mad? Do you know what they're doing? Undermining the declaration of the freedom of the United States of Biafra. Didn't you see how the curtain was broken down that day in Finland? You are not there now. What do you know? What do you know? Just bragging. What do you know? Please, I'm sorry if I'm raising my voice, but I want Biafrans to understand. You are in the right track by staying in the United States of Biafra, because Odogwenugu, I am here. I am here. So you are in the right track. Anywhere I am, you are in the right track. Anywhere I am, be there. I cannot mislead you. I cannot deceive you. I cannot put you under confusion, like many people who are confused now. Confusion, confused. Confusion is worse than ignorant. It is worse than idiot. It is worse than stupid. You can call me stupid, you can say I'm arrogant, you can say I'm idiot, but don't tell me that I'm confused. Confusion have no medicine, but you can give an ignorant medicine, you can give a madman medicine, you can cure an ignorant person, you can cure a stupid person, but you cannot cure a confusionist, a confused person. You can't. Go and tell me, even Ngozo Rebeze is a psychiatrist. Ask her, is there any medicine for confusion? But if you are mad, Dr. Ngozo Rebeze will cure you. She have the medicine to cure you. If she's hearing my voice, can she tell me the medicine for confusion, or for somebody who is confused? You cannot. You cannot cure somebody who is confused. That's why God used confusion against those people who want to come and meet him and see him. He doesn't use madness. He doesn't use ignorance. He doesn't use any other sickness. Confusion, he put confusion. And up to today, they are confused. They are confused. So Biafrans, run away from confusion. Oh, anywhere you are going to get confusion, run away. As Biafra sort of said, if he doesn't run away, they will take your sanity. And when they took away your sanity, you become empty. Empty. Ray Biafra TV, thank you very much and continue.
Thank you so much. Let's finish this video, then we'll go to the next video. Thank you so much.
While in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians
Over
killed
3,000.
by Islamists.
Just
These are not
to
numbers.
call a number.
These are entire families that have
Entire
been exterminated. Villages razed to the ground. Churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community.
When she said about raising and burn the family down, is it not what Nigerian government is doing in Biafra territory today by the Boko Haram military, by the Islamization of burning of houses in Biafra land to share people away, try to come to occupy our people's land? Just look at it. But why are we supposed to be happy? Because we have gotten it on a right track. After the Biafran war, this is only first time we're getting it right through US REDCLARED. You see November 29, 2024. That is when we remove ourselves from what? Ignorance of law. That is when we remove ourselves under illegality and we put ourselves under legal, the way we can achieve Biafra as a country, like every other country in this world. That is where we are. Just continue.
This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
The only way to stop those that are killing Christians is what? Is by recognizing the solution. The solution is United State of Biafra, redeclared November 20, 2024. We have given them how to stop the Islamization, how to stop the ongoing genocide, how to stop all that is happening at this stage. That is why we are calling on them. Now their eyes has opened after 57 years to understand why we are crying, why we are on the street protesting, and that protest could not be on a legal path. And we choose the legal path, which is through forming government in exile and the issue of facial declaration. Why we are on this track, the world is talking how to end the genocide. No, the only way is through what? It's not by PVC. It's not by voting. It's by recognition of United State of Biafra as a full nation that will defend, protect the indigenous people is the only way out. There is no other way. So, sister, we thank you for your support. We heard your voice, and we also want to hear our voice by doing the right thing, which is legal part of doing the right thing. That is where we have brought the world to understand that we have learned our lesson, remove ourselves from illegality. No more illegality in our movement. Now, everything is under what? Under legal. That is why it's very important for you to understand that US REDCLARED is the only solution to end on this genocide that is happening. And we have given the world the legal right to end this. Based on that, permit me as we go into the third video of this program today, before we end it up, the link is there in case if you want to join us to contribute anything, you can use the link to enter and make your own contribution. If you want to do so, you are allowed to join us through the link on the comment section. The time that we are into is a time for us to show the world that's why we are crying from 1967 is what you are seeing today. That is where we are. So I urge you to like and share the program. If you never do so, please endeavor to like and share the program so other people will join us and see that this program is about us, that we have gotten it right. We have gotten it right. The time has come for you and I to believe in you declared as the only solution to end this ongoing genocide. What are we asking the world to end? We are asking the world to end what I want to play to you right now. That is what we are asking them to do for us, nothing more than that. So I want you to see the exactly what we are asking the world to end, and why ending this is the only solution, how to end what is happening in Nigeria. Let's go on again. We are going to go on again with another video we have here. Sorry for that. We want the world to understand what is happening and why ending this is the only solution. Those are being massacred are in the indigenous people. The evidence of the video I want to play now has proved us that we are on a right track. So let us watch this video together. Let us watch this video together. So this is what the world needs to know. This is why we are raising our voice. This is why we are screaming. I will play it without voice to avoid issue on the program. So listen to this. This is what we are saying. This is what we want the world to end. Look at that kind of grave. This is the massacre of the indigenous people. This is the Islamization we are talking about. This is what Islam is all about. Kill unbelievers. Kill those that do not believe, that they will believe in us by force, by thunder, by force, is what it's all about. That is why we are calling on the world. Now their eyes has opened to understand why we are asking to end this. We want them to listen to us at this stage. We want the world to understand that ending this is the only option. So let's continue. Watch it again. I am not going to put voice because the voice we write copyright. So you have already know what is happening here. You have already know what is going on here is the massacre. Those indigenous people that have been massacred. This is the life of them. This is how they end the families. Wipe away unborn children, wipe away 5 years, 2 years. Once they enter, they wipe away generation. To end it is only recognizing US be declared is the only way this will end. The silence of the world this is what it's all about. The amalgamation of 1914. This is the amalgamation of 1914. Before 1914, such things like this is not happening at all. After the amalgamation is from where we start experiencing all these things. And we are telling the world that we are not happy to watch this. That is why we are asking the world to do the needful by granting US recognition so we can be able to end this ongoing genocide, that as we have the power to end it, the world should do what? Listens to us. Give us our equal right to end this impunity. That is it. That is what we are talking about. The massacre of the indigenous people who are Christians. The world should stop romancing it. They are indigenous people before the Christianity. There is no Christianity first before the indigenous people. There is indigenous people before Christianity. Look at what this Islamization is all about. Every time, every week, mass burial, killing, to eliminate the population of the indigenous people so they can be able to take over. And the world is keeping silent. Let it be true that the time to keep silent is over. Let it be true that the time to keep silent is what? Over. The time is to end it through recognition of USB, through allowing the indigenous people to take over their territory, through allowing the indigenous people to control their territory. They can be able to protect all these people that are being buried. Because of who? Because of the 1914 amalgamation by force. If you want to answer one Nigeria, go on. For not it to be forced, those who have decided to exit, like the people of United States of Biafra, allow us to exit so we can be able to protect ourselves. It's only three. What we hear that they're going to cut the tree, even given the sign, the tree will remain. Human being will run. Under self-determination, we met all the criteria. Under to become a nation in waiting, we have met this criteria. We are asking for recognition of USB. So all this mass burial will end. I said what? That all this mass burial we do what? We end. The world, listen to us and end this, my people. When you are seeing all these things, what comes into your mind? Into my own mind is pure evidence of the ongoing genocide that is happening, that we must end it. And we have done that. That is why we are calling the world to grant us what? Recognition. The recognition of USB, we end this genocide. That is the only way to end the genocide that is going on. But if the world is still playing a deaf ear and acting like they don't know that the world will end this in the recognition, okay, we are watching. And we will not watch and remain silent. We will watch to put it in action. The word that we want to end this, that we can. That is one thing that we want the world to understand.
People were massacred
so
at the Kabul
let's see
village,
another
and our
video
thoughts are
again.
with the families of the victims. The violence in Nigeria is driven by disputes over land and water, climate change, poverty, criminality, weak governance, persistent impunity, and deep-rooted religious, ethnic, and intercommunal
Watch
tensions.
this video. Can you hear the
Together,
audio?
these pressures have fueled a brutal
Sorry, can you hear the
cycle of
video,
revenge.
please?
And breaking that cycle requires more than expressions of outrage. To the colleagues who rightly demand the protection of Christian communities in Nigeria, I ask to look at the actions of your global conservative allies. Last year, Trump dismantled USAID with enormous...
Hey, sorry, I will bring it back.
Innocent people were massacred at the Kabul village, and our thoughts are with the families of the victims. The violence in Nigeria is driven by disputes over land and water, climate change, poverty...
Pure lie. That is, I don't want to. It's not a climate change. Stop deceiving yourself. Nothing like climate change. You see as how they are three in one place giving speech. Only one person, a vibrant young lady, understand that it's about the Islamization. It's about to chase away the indigenous people, force them to accept what they don't believe on it. Nothing like a climate change. I don't know what people call a climate change. What is the climate change, if I may ask you? How can the mass burial every week is a climate change? She's coming from America. She's lying because Nigeria has bribed her. Madam, you were a pure liar and a deceiver. And if there does such a climate change happen in your family, let such a climate change happen where in your family. And because permanent climate change, why can't you give them territory in part of America? Give them Georgia to stay. Let's see how it's a climate change. You open your mouth, you speak rubbish because of how much you are being collected from the Nigerian government, and you are here. The only one lady who understands what is happening. Only one.
And deep-rooted religious, ethnic, and intercommunal tensions. Together, these pressures have fueled a brutal cycle of revenge. And breaking that cycle requires more than expressions of outrage. To the colleagues who rightly demand the protection of Christian communities in Nigeria, I ask to look at the actions of your global conservative allies. Last year, Trump dismantled USAID with enormous consequences in Nigeria. Hundreds of schools in conflict-affected areas were closed. 1/5 of the national healthcare budget was taken away. Imagine the consequences on maternal health and on the fight against HIV. Conservatives have defunded the very local networks, many of them.
Look at the trash he's saying in such a summit. I just want to bring her to disgrace her to tell you that you see this you are supremacy of when you open camera, you talk jargon, from weather climate to HIV to this and that. Is it why other people are showing concern about the loss of life of the Christians citizens? Though the indigenous who are the Christians are being died, are being buying every blessed day. Look at how people are dressed, and you are here talking trash. You were disgraced to those who sent you to come to the summit.
Christian faith-based healthcare providers that offered a front line against.
Are you going to provide healthcare care basis for dead ones? It's not when they are alive, when they have right to receive it. It's not when they have the right to receive those health care. Somebody who is being died and somebody who his threat has been taken over. Where are you going to give him the health care? You leave the fundamental problem and discussing about the university things that those like you have a good country can be able to achieve. Sorry.
Poverty and radicalization.
I also want you to try and play hard for you to know that in the midst of all these people, you can see the gullible mind. Those that never do not understand anything, but because of she's color white, she can come and rant and talk trash, telling us it's from weather climate change to HIV to health and this and that. That is the problem? The problem is Islamization.
Call on the EU to be a committed partner in supporting humanitarian aid.
You see,
conflict.
Humanitarian aid is a deceive to the world, it's a scam. Because all the humanitarian aid that America has been given to Nigeria is being used to sponsor Islamization. You don't know about that? You don't know that sponsor that all the humanitarian aid America was given to Nigeria is what they used to sponsor Islam. What they used to sponsor those that are being buying the indigenous people, those that are being taking the indigenous people away. You don't know? I am asking the world to this question to the entire Europe, that your English word is that the future lies in the past. Why the future of the black race, of the Biafran people, do no longer lie in the past of the way we are before the amalgamation? Why? Because the way we are before the amalgamation is the best way. That is how you are. So whether you like it or not, you are summits. You on this summit is representing Islam. If you are given, you don't ask a question. Those that America has been given, where is those ones? Where are those that America has been given from the past? That is our question. So if I ask you, you answer, please. Because you can't come here, they give you mic, you start preaching jargon. You are preaching to continue the buying, or you are preaching to the world that the Islamization should continue going on. Why we have give you the option, the solution, how this Islamization will be end. Instead of you to accept it, you are here. You are here supporting Islamization. That is what we are doing. And we, as people of Biafra, have understand that we must end Islamization. That is usually declared. It's only what happened on November 29, 2024 in Helsinki, Latin Finland, by Biafrans, that over 500 put their signature that they want a country of their own, the Christian nation country by name United States of Biafra. I wonder why in the whole world. Look at it, they have Islamization organization together. They are all one day. Tell me the Christians organization where all Christians in the world belongs to. Can you prove? You see how naive they are. You see how they are not thinking where to end this Islamization. They are not even thinking one inch of it. They are not thinking about it. Rather, he's thinking about humanitarian aid, from where he's making his own profit, from where he's making our own ends meet. That is why he's championing humanitarian aid. To who? To Boko Haram, to Islam, to Lakarawa, and all these Islam budget property of one Nigeria government, how to Islamize us. And you are here talking about trash. You are talking about help. It's not when someone is alive and have balance in his heart, in his life, in his own territory, is when you can give that person help. Can you give someone who is not alive help? Can you give someone that he cannot sit down help? Can you give someone who doesn't have a home? What kind of material aid are you giving? Those that was being given, what are those ones? If I may ask you, where is those that has been
justice
given?
reform and climate resilience, and on the Nigerian authorities to protect all civilians, and on my colleagues to also make sure that right-wing populism doesn't cut away international aid. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
There is no thank you to her because she's here supporting the mass burial of the Christians. That is what she's supporting here. There's nothing to thank her about, because she and the other old lady, they are all supporting what Nigeria is doing. Instead of going to understand what the other lady said, that is Islamization agenda, to Islamize the indigenous people. Way to end it up is what you need to do. And you refuse to adhere towards that. And you think that we will listen to you. Continue supporting your Islamization agenda, but we are telling you that the Biafran people, we have make it right. We will give you the legal way of how Biafra will become a country and how to end the genocide, whether you like it or not. People like at this age, at this her young age, look at her narrative. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Please, can you just play at the end of that this useless lady what she said, that she doesn't support to cut the aid to Islamic. Can you just play?
Yes.
Get the point.
I will play it through without saying a word. I will play it once again.
Innocent people were massacred at the Kabul village, and our thoughts are with the families of the victims. The violence in Nigeria is driven by disputes over land and water, climate change, poverty, criminality, weak governance, persistent impunity, and deep-rooted religious, ethnic, and intercommunal tensions. Together, these pressures have fueled a brutal cycle of revenge, and breaking that cycle requires more than expressions of outrage. To the colleagues who rightly demand the protection of Christian communities in Nigeria, I ask to look at the actions of your global conservative allies. Last year, Trump dismantled USAID with enormous consequences in Nigeria. Hundreds of schools in conflict-affected areas were closed. 1/5 of the national healthcare budget was taken away. Imagine the consequences on maternal health and on the fight against HIV. Conservatives have defunded the very local networks, many of them Christian faith-based healthcare providers that offered a front line against poverty and radicalization. I call on the EU to be a committed partner in supporting humanitarian aid, conflict prevention, justice reform, and climate resilience, and on the Nigerian authorities to protect all civilians, and on my colleagues to also make sure that right-wing populism doesn't cut away international aid. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So she said on my colleague. Play that again. From that on my colleague.
Innocent people were massacred at the Kabul village. Radicalization. I call on the EU to be a committed partner in supporting humanitarian aid, conflict prevention, reform, and climate resilience, and on the Nigerian authorities to protect all civilians.
You do hear it? That's on Nigeria to protect Nigeria territory.
No, go ahead. That thing say on my colleague. Listen from there.
And on my colleagues to also make sure that right-wing populism doesn't cut away international aid. Thank you.
Because doesn't cut it away. Because that is where she eats.
Yeah,
that is where she's making her profit.
This is where Nigeria will right. and go to
Yes.
EU and go to EN, that they should not cut. Then they will present IDP. They will present all this and took the money, the aid. Do you know how much they take every year? That money they take as aid, that woman is supporting not to court, is what would they use to sponsor the terrorism, to buy more arms. This is where I want you to comment and tell them the word you have to tell them. Thank you.
Yeah, that is where I'm going. So that is where I draw my attention. When I downloaded the video, when I was watching the program, I want the world to know that any humanitarian aid being given to Nigeria government is to sponsor Islamization, is to sponsor the mass burial, is to sponsor the ongoing genocide. When you give them the money, they will use it and buy AK-47 and buy the indigenous people. They will use it and buy Kala. They will use it and do whatever they can do to put the population of the indigenous people is why. So Nigeria do not deserve any aid. You are giving Nigeria humanitarian aid with all the level of the resources we have in the world that is in town there that Nigeria is making. Is all of you who are supporting this mass burial of the indigenous people. You are supporting the genocide. Stop giving Nigeria aid. Any aid you give to Nigeria is to buy the indigenous people. That is what we are doing. That is why you see mass burial every blessed day. That is why we are asking the world to hear our voice. Look at the only person who understands what we are passing through. Listen to her.
Silenzio. Silence. The world is silent. While in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists. These are not numbers. These are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency.
Are you hearing
We're
it?
now looking at a genocide.
She debunked those lies of
Christians
the
and
evil
today,
lady.
the religious group that is most persecuted around the world, we continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing this, but we cannot wait any longer. Every day of silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
Grazie.
Very short message and well-meaning. Any humanitarian aid you are giving is to sponsor Islamization. The Islamization phobia is what you are giving. That is what we are supporting. So we want the world to listen to her. And listen to her. Yeah.
Do you have original language of this woman? You know, this is the interpretation. This is not her voice. Her voice is either Spanish or Italian. When I saw her, I thought it was Italian Prime Minister.
No. No, I don't have the original one. This is the one I can be able to lay my hand on it.
Okay. Silence to me, silent. Everybody
silent.
Silent.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Then after she finished, the person answered, say, grazie, which means is Italian language or Spanish. But he has said it is Italian because Spanish say gracias or mucho gracias. But Italian say grazie. And that person, the man that responded grazie, which means it is Italian. This is the exact or carbon copy of what the Prime Minister of Italy said. That woman blast Nigeria and France against what they are doing, using Nigeria as a point of contact to terrorize the whole world. And he's saying that France should take down their hands. That France should take down off their hand for supporting genocide and jihadists. So this is
that program, that video, I refuse to download. I'm looking for someone who will send out, not through WhatsApp or through the other my link, because that is exactly the program I want to do tomorrow. because we have to get all these things to expose more. And tomorrow is about how Nigeria has failed woefully through where they do the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1940. We want the world to see that place, to understand Nigeria, that Nigeria has ended from the place of the amalgamation. That they should stop.
So again, thank you very much. Then I want you to bring together again in that tomorrow what Adam Oshomole said in their chamber, in that their broad red chamber, where the governor of Akinde said that European Union or foreigners should investigate the kidnap and release of a soldier and the children. That any country that release somebody like that, there's a Keleg there. So the man suggests that they should be investigated. Adam Oshimole, look for that video, please. I had it yesterday, but I don't know from which channel. Adam Oshimole stood and said that Nigeria is a sovereign nation. If they invite a sovereign state, if they invite foreigners, they are undermining. He used undermining, as many people are undermining the resolute or the declaration of the United States of Biafra, as many people are undermining the good intention, good vision and mission of Dr. Ngozo Rabeze. Many people are undermining it. Woe unto you if you are undermining what our deputy
network. That is network from Odegwu Enugu. So if Adam Oshomole can tell you that if they're inviting any other country to come and investigate what's happening in Nigeria is to undermine Nigeria's territorial integrity or their sovereignty, I want you cannot be a sovereign, you can't be a sovereignty with protest and agitation. You can only be a sovereignty with recognition through a government in exile that issue a peaceful declaration. This is how you can be a sovereign nation. And that is why USB is a sovereign nation waiting for recognition. Now we're asking to organize USB, or within 3 days, within 1 week, this agenda of Islamization, this genocide will end. We have the capacity to end it, but we want to end it on a legal path, that nobody will sentence us, that nobody will buy us anymore. That is the way we want to do it, and that is what we are doing. So I am calling on every international community that are in this gathering to understand that only US will declare is the solution to this problem. The solution is United State of Biafra is the only solution to any Nigeria Christian. Please, the world, the silence is over. The time is time for action. That is what we are asking the world to do. And that is why we're letting the world to know that we are no longer waiting for anybody. What we are waiting for is the right thing to do. Now is a time to achieve Biafra as a country. Now that we have given you all the legal rights. The first legal right is transition from a government in exile to issue a peaceful redeclaration of lost country. That is what it is. And you said that is what is called external remedial secession, the only last hope of people. When there is marginalization, there is denying of position in everything that has been happened. And we did not just declare a new country, we issue a redeclaration of our lost country. We redeclare the world, the lost country. That is what we have done. And that is why we are letting you to know that recognition should come quickly, that you should recognize us the way you recognize Ethiopia after having declared, after 1 week. Our own has been going to a year and going to 2 years. So grant recognition, stop undermining, stop racism, stop supremacy of white. We deserve to live. We are the next America in African country. We are the light because we are coming from the land of the rising sun. We are the light of the Africa. We also that of the world. That is why in any country that exists in this world, if you went to that country, you are not seeing a Biafran. It does not exist. And any country we enter, we do what we're supposed to do to make sure that we live under legal aspect of those countries and obey their law. So the world must do the needful at this time to save the life of every indigenous person. These Christians you are claiming that are facing genocide, the word is that before the world Christianity, the indigenous people has already been living. And when the white man brings out what they use to Islamize us, what happened? The indigenous people embrace it, follow up on it. We are letting the world to know only usually declared is the only solution, and we have offered the solution. If you are like Ojukwu, offered this solution in 1967 to 1970, the same way you are keeping silent after 1970 today is why you see the amalgamation must set people free. The amalgamation is why there is ongoing genocide. The amalgamation brought Boko Haram. The amalgamation brought Lokrowa. The amalgamation brought all these deadly weapons organization that believe in the ideology of the Osman Danfodio, that Nigeria belongs to them, that the indigenous people are infidel and they are buying evil without wasting time. And that is why the mass burial continuously going every blessed day. So we ask the world to do us what? Recognition to end the ongoing genocide. That is what we're asking the world. We cannot ask more than that. Recognition of this lost country is the only way out. There is no other way. My fellow Biafrans, it's a high time we tell the world that we are no longer in the ideology of one Nigeria that simply means a death sentence to every indigenous people. Look at what is happening there today. So when we ask the world to recognize USB, to put an end to the ongoing genocide, the ongoing massacre of the Christians, and running away, burning houses, burning churches, is what USB will end, is what United of Biafra will end in the entire race of a black man, or even in Africa, then coming down to that territory called Nigeria that we are asking. Answer your one Nigeria. Allow us to be on our own nation, United States of Biafra. There is no way we'll be dying because of our own God-given resources that made British to buy over 10 million Biafrans in 1960 to 1970. And we are here today and saying, no, we want that way we are before the white man came. That is the best way for us. So, my people, we are drawing the curtain here. Please, Odegwuenugwu, I want you to make your final submission before I leave the stage. If you are close to your mic. Odegwu, are you close to your mic? So I greet all of you. Mami Ojug, I greet you. Stephen, I greet you. Beauty, I greet all of you. Yakume Kukdon, I greet you. Everybody who is in the comment section, please bear with me. I greet you and I welcome you for today's program. Please like and share the program. Subscribe on YouTube page. Just turn the notification on. Whenever we come live, whenever we come to live program like this, so you will know. That is how you check it. Sometimes YouTube will remove it, or you may make a mistake, remove it without knowing it. So go and check back if you're not getting the notification back. So through checking, put it in order, then you can also be getting the notification back. Listen to this audio for the last time before we move.
Silenzio. Silence. The world is silent, while in Nigeria, a massacre is taking place. Dozens of Christians massacred every week to general indifference. Only in 2025, there were over 3,000 Christians killed by Islamists. These are not numbers, these are entire families that have been exterminated, villages razed to the ground, churches burned with the worshippers inside. It's a strategy to terrorize, grab their lands, and uproot an entire community. This is no longer a humanitarian emergency. We're now looking at a genocide. Christians are today the religious group that is most persecuted around the world. We continue to look away or talk about a non-existent Islamophobia. Europe is not pursuing
Islamophobia
this,
is
but we
what is
cannot
happening in
wait any longer.
Nigeria. I
Every
wanted
day
to
of
say it.
silence is complicit with those who are killing Christians. Thank you.
Grazie.
Thank you. Thank you. The agenda of Islamization, Islamophobia, that is a pure truth on what he said. That is what is happening in Nigeria. On that note, I will still send this message across to the world for them to understand that we have learned our lesson in a hard way for the second time again. So nobody will buy us anymore. And we, at People of Biafra, has met every criteria how Biafra should be a country. So if anybody is thinking that we are going back, you are deceiving yourself. We have met all the criteria. We have met what? All the criteria. The criterias by the United Nations Charter, by all your laws, we have overmet this criteria. The only thing we ask you is the recognition that we serve every indigenous people is what we are asking at this stage. We are not asking you nothing except what? Except to end the enclave, except to free indigenous people. We can never free indigenous people without Biafran people to be in their own country. So we can be able to end anything called Islamization. Once you grant us this recognition, give us 1 week, you know that the genocide will stop automatically. That is why we are not playing. That is why now we have a government that can be able to sign treaty. Now we have a government is not IPOB organization. What we have is a full government structure with a deputy prime minister, with secretary of defense, with minister of information, any apparatus that not of the government, we have it, and they are all functioning well under USB redeclared. Under USB redeclared, we are functioning at the headways our Biafra government is making all over the world. It's going to look like a child's play to you. You know that you never believed that Biafra will be declared. I hope he knows that. And you are where you are cascading USB, where you are concerned about the declaration. What happened? And Biafra was redeclared under the name United States of Biafra, November 29, 2024. You did not believe it. You will be here doing your shenanigan. Recognition is coming very soon. If you have never taken your ID card, go and take your ID card. If you don't have the link, contact me. I will give you the link once you're in the diaspora. This Friday will make it 1 month. I do my capture. I was thinking that Biafrans are not coming until I go in. I see over 500 Biafrans taking their ID card. The government is doing it very fastly. So go and fill your form so you will be the next batch by the end of the month. Go and fill. It's just $100. Is what it's all about. I urge you, please, to be on the lookout for recognition of USB. Every gathering, USB must represent the Biafran people. And I want you to know that recognition is not coming by a congressman or by Washington, D.C. The recognition comes through the work of the government structure of the government in exile. That is how recognition will come. It comes from state to state. It's not from lobby to congressmen. It's not from lobby to Washington, D.C. No, it's being given when Ojukwu succeeded in 1970 to achieve recognition of 5 countries. What is the name of the lobby? What is the name of his congressmen? This is the call it what? State-to-state treaty. State-to-state diplomatic work. It's not by congressmen. When Israel organizes Somaliland, do you hear the president saying, I'm organizing them because of the lobby? Or have you also seen any lobby or Congress who come to brag, in the Somaliland, I have finished the job you give to me because of our recognition? It's not there. If you are going to lobby to congressmen for 100 years without registration document, you are just making a noise. You are fooling yourself. You are doing what? You are fooling yourself. So do not panic. We are on the right track. The right track is what? The legal part of USB we declare as the only hope and the only way we can achieve Biafra as a country in this 21st century. There is no other way around. We have it on a soft hand. We have it on a right hand. So that is why we are calling to the world to understand it, that we are no longer under agitation. We are no longer under organization called IPOB, but rather we are into government in exile. Let's see if this audio can play.
In the context of political conflicts and national liberation movements, the concept of ignorance takes on a very specific legal and strategic meaning. When a freedom fighter's leader is arrested, the status of the organization determines how ignorance of the law, ignorantia juris non excusat, applies to the followers, and how the arresting government exploits or weaponizes their legal positioning.
Are you hearing it? The arresting government will exploit what? Weapons, demarcations, divide and rule, and all these things. That is where I said, can for Biafra not to be redeclared, for Biafra not to be a country. The said about to be a Simon on this same thing that they don't want Biafra to be a country, because they know that we arrested the leader, that the government that arrested them will penalize the people. Can't you understand it? Although that is against it to be declared, this particular article is on their head. Nigerian government will penalize them. All those who claim their Eastern Security Network, those who claim their Biafra Liberation Army, from liberation to local security again. These are what the government is doing. They are doing the control. They are doing the control of whatever through all these inconsequentials that refuse to move forward. I hope you are understanding it clearly.
Criteria of ignorance and legal vulnerability depend entirely on whether the movement operates as a domestic protest organization or an internationally structured entity.
If you are protesting as an organization, you are using ignorance. IPOB is ignorance of the law of how Biafra should be a country. You see how these two people has 2 criteria to identify them. Now, if you are under agitation and the protest, listen to what they said happened to you. It's only usually declared document in exile. It's no longer under the ignorance of this international law, how Biafra should be a country. How Biafra should be a country is not about what I feel, what I want, or how another person is being said. It's about the strategic criteria is what is important at this stage.
1. Under a domestic protest and agitation organization, if followers operate strictly under a domestic organization, relying on local protests, rallies, and strikes, and their leader is arrested, the arresting government uses the absolute presumption of legal knowledge to prosecute the followers. The criteria of their legal vulnerability include the presumption of intent over awareness. Local courts will not care if a regular member or follower says, I didn't know our gathering was illegal, or I am ignorant of the state's internal security laws. Under municipal, local law, the state only has to prove you intended to join the protest, not that you knew the specific article of the penal code you were breaking. The unlawful assembly trap. If the leader is arrested and the state formally bans the organization, any continued affiliation by followers is immediately categorized as a criminal offense, e.g., conspiracy, unlawful assembly, or incitement. the state expects all citizens to proactively monitor public decrees, claiming ignorance of the ban offers no legal defense, the subjection to domestic statutes. Because the movement operates within the state framework, the followers are judged entirely as domestic citizens violating municipal penal codes, meaning local police forces maintain absolute jurisdiction. 2. The strategic shift, eradicating ignorance via a government in exile. When an organization transitions into a government in exile, GIE, and issues a formal peaceful redeclaration of sovereignty, it completely changes the rules of ignorance under international law. By taking these steps, the movement establishes new legal criteria that protect both the arrested leader and the followers remaining on the ground. Criterion A. Establishing accessible and foreseeable sovereign law. Under public international law, for a law to be validly enforced against a population, it must be accessible and foreseeable. When the GIE issues a formal redeclaration, it puts the international community and the arresting government on notice. It explicitly declares that the territory is a contested or occupied sovereign entity governed by its own foundational mandate, effectively challenging the local authorities' right to dictate what is legal or illegal. Criterion B. Activating international humanitarian law, Geneva Protocol 1. By transitioning into a state-like administrative body, the organization moves its people out of the local criminal classification. Under Article 1.4 of Geneva Protocol 1, conflicts where people are fighting against alien occupation or colonial domination are elevated to international self-determination disputes. Once international recognition is achieved, followers are no longer viewed by international bodies as ignorant citizens breaking local laws, but as political actors or protected civilians under an occupying power. Criterion C. Overriding local court jurisdiction. When the GIE is recognized by foreign states, the legal argument shifts from municipal crime to a sovereign dispute. International lawyers can argue that the arresting state's local courts lack the jurisdiction to try the leader or punish the followers because their actions are governed by the international right to self-determination. UN Charter Articles 1 and 55. Summary comparison. Context of the freedom fighter. How ignorance applies. Legal reality. Inside a protest organization, followers are presumed to know local laws. Claiming ignorance of a state ban or emergency decree provides zero defense in a local court, judged under municipal, local penal codes as domestic rioters or insurgents. Inside a government in exile, the redeclaration establishes a competing legal framework. It defines the arresting state's laws as an unlawful occupation rather than legitimate local law, judged under public international law as sovereign representatives or political prisoners.